check your baskets out, and we will see you all, oh yes, in a moment.
Good morning, Jewellery Makers. How are you? Lovely to have your company. It's Tuesday. We're up. We're at it. It's the 1st of December. Pinch and a punch and all that. Oh, I forgot to have my first chocolate on my calendar. I don't know if I can stomach Thornton's first thing in the morning. Not first thing in the morning, or any other chocolate brand for that matter. To be fair, all of them, to be fair. Hello, my gorgeous lady. I'm joined by the one, the only. It's Jan.
Hi, Elle.
How are you, darling?
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you open your chocolate on your advent calendar this morning?
I haven't got one. I'll have to rectify that. I'll have to get one.
Martha, you haven't got one either?
No.
Where's?
I don't have one at the moment.
You don't have one?
Maybe my girlfriend's mum usually buys one for me, but I haven't been around, so maybe I'll have one.
Is it just me? I wouldn't normally buy them, to be fair, because I figure, like Martha just said, I don't because I'm an adult, Elle. I was like, okay. I don't confess to being an adult. I think that's overrated. It's overrated. No, Tom bought me one. He bought me one with my name on it. Bless him.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, bless him. Oh. So I've got the snowman. I've got the snowman advent calendar. Classic Christmas. I've even started putting my decorations up. I know it's early, but there is a reason for it. So I had to start putting my decorations up yesterday.
I haven't started that yet. I haven't started shopping yet.
I wouldn't... Oh, Jan, I've done that. Now, well, I tell you what, very, very, very easy to do your Christmas shopping with us here at Jewellery Maker. In the comfort of your own home, one postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day. £2.95, and you get an extended money back guarantee. So right the way up to the 31st of January. We'd like to get interactive as well throughout the course of the show. If you've got any questions for the lovely Jan, she is Pearl Extraordinaire, and her pieces that she has created for you today are stunning. The kit, I mean, have you ever seen a kit like it, Jan? I'm really excited about this kit.
It was amazing, so beautiful.
Well, you've got really... I mean, every single component in that kit, we don't see every single day.
Like you said, every element of the kit was beautiful and perfect.
Yeah, because you've got the twisted wire, you've got the French wire, you've got tanzanite cabochons.
We've got pearls.
Got pearls, yeah. That's coming up in a few minutes' time, so not long to wait for that. And the pieces that Jan's made are absolutely stunning. So do get your text messages in. We're going to get this show underway, though. Let's bring you some stunning bundles, some stunning deals, of course. And I'm going to start with a very Christmassy, a very festive Snow White. I think this should be not milk time. It should be called snowballs or snowmen or something like that. Milk time. It kind of makes me think like... it does kind of make, like, time for your story. Here's your little tub of milk. Or are we showing our age there, Martha, when we're talking about that? We probably are. Did you used to get a tub of milk, Jan?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Bottle of milk and a biscuit.
Oh, we didn't get a biscuit?
Oh,
we didn't get a biscuit in Wales? No. No biscuits in Wales. It's a little bit like Christingle's. Did you have Christingle? Yeah, so I used to love Christingle. Oh, you used to have a Satsuma. We had a Jaffa Orange. But I was very disappointed. I had a conversation with Tom the other day, and I will get to your milk time in a second, but we were talking about Christingle. I was like, yeah, it was great. I used to love it. Really festive, really gets you in the mood, doesn't it? As a youngster, you used to get really excited. And I was like, yeah, you have your Christingles with your candle in the middle and then your dried fruit. Tom was like, oh, we had Dolly mixture. I was like, we didn't have Dolly mixture. We had Sultanas.
I think we had Dolly mixtures, yeah.
Did you have Dolly mixtures?
Yeah, I'm sure I did, yeah.
Caroline messaging in saying, we didn't get biscuits in Kent either, Eleanor. Just the warm milk. Oh, warm milk.
warm.
Love it, love it, love it,
we
love
had
it.
cold milk.
Because it was left by the radiator. Not so much. No, not so much. Okay, let's get cracking with this gorgeous bundle. It is very festive. You've got that beautiful crisp linen white. Quartzite, of course, quartz is a gemstone family because it has got a rough crystal. It can absorb lots of colour and perfect amounts of colour to get this very definite crisp white. It's the ultimate, really, in a white colour gemstone, because you wouldn't get pearls that are this colour. You wouldn't get, let me see, clear quartz yeah, clear quartz wouldn't have this definition of colour. It's an opaque gemstone. Magnesite, another white gemstone, would actually have some degree of mapping across the surface of the gemstone. This is pure, definite white. So all about that very bold and pure colour, I suppose. You've got variations of sizes with your plain rounds, 8mm, 6mm and your 4mm. So they are going to tick a lot of boxes within your jewellery making needs. Perfect for your stash replenishing. But that said, we don't see many white gemstones, not this pure white. You know, cream, yes, we can bring you cream gemstones. Translucent gems we can bring as well, but they're a little bit more diamond-like, aren't they? If you want definite snowy white, then this is the opportunity, and this the only opportunity that I can recall, which is solely zero other colours, zero other markings, zero other, as I said earlier, webbing or mapping across the surface. It is all about white, white, white. Already we've already got people on the phone lines. The 4mm, you've got 45 carats, by the way. The 6mm, there's 80 carats. And on the 8mm, there's 160. So I'd love these just restranded like so, with maybe a little black dress. Would be absolutely stunning. That's 285 carats in total. Let's bring you an early bird deal, so straight down, I was going to say Christmas or December price point, $5.95. Straight down. It's December the 1st. Wakey, wakey, jewellery makers. If you're just sort of rubbing the sleep out of your eyes, we've got lots and lots and lots of deals. I don't blame you. I'd be sat at home probably waking up with a cup of tea right now. Hopefully you've got us on also and you're thinking about your Christmas pieces of jewellery. You're thinking about the forthcoming year as well. We've got over 30,000 lines of products, etc., tools on our website. Nearly 80,000 independent reviews. So that's Jewellery Maker customers who have felt compelled to comment on items that they've received, and they're all very, very positive as well. So I'm sure you'll agree that if you've ever experienced Jewellery Maker as a company or as a brand, it's all very well. It's a pleasant experience, Jan. Oh, we hope so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always had a great time as a customer of Jewellery Maker.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've had a fabulous time as a guest designer.
I'm sure.
But the experience for me the whole way has been
It
brilliant.
is, it's a joy, isn't it?
And shopping for me, like I say, I haven't started my Christmas shopping yet, so I'm not a fan on sort of battling the crowds and
No,
things.
I'm not either. That's why, you know, do it at home.
Yeah.
Do it in the comfort of your own home. I have to break it down into chunks, bite-sized chunks, because otherwise I just cannot bear it. I cannot bear it. Yeah, like exactly, Martha. I get totally and utterly overwhelmed. You have to do that sort of the endurance test, don't you? And I did it on Sunday. So you've got your bags and you're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. You have to do that scurry.
Yeah.
You know the scurry? Just because you're desperately, you've bought way too much and you can't physically carry it all.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about that though with Jewellery Maker. You can use your wonderful talents. Of course, you're investing your own love and skills and time into the gifts that hopefully you'll be creating. It's very easy to create designs from something like this bundle.
Yeah.
I mean, how many pieces of jewellery could you create from this?
You're going to get lots and lots from it, aren't you? I mean, it's going to go with any other gemstone you've got in your stash.
Yeah.
And on its own, as just a white piece of jewellery, it would look absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
With some silver, with gold. It's going to go with any colour metal that you've got. For me, I would take one of the larger ones and just make a ring. So for me, that's one piece of jewellery that I
love
would
that
wear
idea.
every day. And then you've got all that there really for your stash, haven't you?
I love that. I love that idea. And you don't see pure white gemstones, do you?
But actually, with the second kit,
Oh, yes.
it would go sort of, if you like, sort of like the pure sort of white.
The shell pearl. The shell
that'd
pearl.
be
Yes,
cool.
it would go amazing with the second kit. Lots and lots of you there. Don't forget, Jan's with us until 1 o'clock today. So you've got me for 5 hours. Well, I hope so. I hope you are. I think you are, anyway. Okay. There you are. That might be news to you. I don't know. You're certainly with me for the morning anyway, aren't you, my lovely? Yeah. £5.95 only. Well done to every single one. Okay, let's go straight into your first kit. I'm really excited. Now, this is something blue. I have never seen a kit which has got every single component, which I could honestly, hand on heart, say, gosh, you don't see that every day. Gosh, you don't see that every day. Gosh, you don't see that every day. You know, I'm not talking about in bundles or individually. You do not see any of these products every single day. Now, there are only 50 opportunities, so it is. I'm going to take my tablet with me as well, so I can see you all there, just because I know this is going to be very, very, very exciting. Now, freshwater pearls, tanzanite, special wire. So it's all very, very, very exciting. Pop those by there for a second, and if I don't want to do this, Jan, but I'm going to have to move your pieces just for a second over, only so I can show everybody at home all the components. And this is very, very exciting. I'm going to come to the gemstones last, just because, well, I don't know where to begin, to be honest. I've got copper wire, and this is your gold-coloured round, and it's the round wire. This you've got 10-metre length, and it's a thicker gauge, so it's 1.5mm. So firstly, how often do we see that?
Not very often.
Very, very, very rarely. It's beautiful colour, and you're getting one spool of this, so it's going to go a long way. Creates fabulous structure. You can create rings out of this without any additional gemstones. It can be flattened and textured and hammered, etc. Because it is that slightly thicker gauge. So this is the first part of the kit which I'm really excited about. 1.5mm and 10 metres of your gold-coloured copper wire. But wait, we've also got more wire to bring you, and then some, actually. Because this is something I've not seen. I've heard about it. I knew we had it within our vault, but I've not actually seen it previously before. Hang on a second. If I can just go back to this wire, the one. Oh, this one. Now the packaging is saying to me 0.5mm, but all of our details say 0.4. What do you think it is, Jan?
Yeah. I mean, it does say 0.5 on the packaging, but I mean, obviously there's a very slight difference. There's going to be a twist, and then there's going to be a dip down, isn't it, with the twist? So maybe that's where the differentiation is. Maybe that's what it is. I think so. That's what my estimate would be. So where the wire is twisted, obviously you're going to have slightly wider parts and slightly narrower parts. So the narrow part is 0.4, the wider part is 0.5. Would you agree with that? I would, because I think it's like a square wire that's twisted. Yeah, it is a square wire. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Now this is stunning. I'm going to take off the outer exterior so you can actually see the quality of this wire, and it's your twisted wire. So that's the difference in the gauge. Your packaging will say 0.5, but on the specs it will actually say 0.4, but that's where it's the twist, basically. Very, very exciting to be able to bring you the twisted wire. It's stunning in its texture, and it's a square wire which has been twisted, as pointed out by Jan, which really creates that lovely sparkle. It is sparkle, isn't it? Oh, it's so lovely. It's almost like the wire's been faceted. Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. I love that idea. Textured, but not just sort of hammered. It's a consistent and very repetitive and very beautiful twist design. Still not done though, so there's two components that we were excited about. There's still so much more. Now, Jan, I want to talk to you and lean on you quite considerably in this case, because I know that before the show, when Jan, Martha and I were talking about this kit, you might not have noticed it, but subconsciously you had a big smile on your face. You had a big smile on your face because it's French wire. Now, why, as a guest designer, and you in particular, do you get excited about French wire? Well, a few reasons. We don't see it very often, and if you're not in your pearls, for me, it's one of the essential items that I use when I'm not in pearls. Because it sort of goes at the end. All you need, I mean, that strand that you've got there, that's going to go a long, long way. All you need is a little section, a little tiny bit, and when you thread on your clasp with if you're using silk thread, for instance, before you go through your clasp, just thread on a little bit of the French wire, and that gives you. Can I show you on the bracelet that I've done?
Please do.
Is that okay? It just explains it a little bit better, if that's okay. There. So I just show you there. If you can see that little section there, that's the French wire. So I've just cut off a little section, and the silk thread is inside there. Wow. And what it does, it protects the thread from rubbing against the clasp, so it'll stop it from wearing. And it just gives a really professional finish.
It really does. It's a lovely. It's like very fine gizmo, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah.
Very. It's very silky to the touch. It feels wonderful. So this is a really high-end, luxurious product. Martha is saying she's never seen it before. She's never sold it previously before. I have, but in a totally different colour. I'd seen it in the silver rather than the yellow gold colour. No, you don't see it. It's a luxury high-end product, and I've certainly seen it in workshops, in jewellery establishments that I've worked at. They most definitely use the French wire then. So it's stunning. You're also getting that, but there's so much more to bring you in this kit as well. I'm just going to move this out the way just because I really want to show you up close. You've got two cabochons, not just one, but two cabochons, 8 by 10 millimeter. Thank you, darling. 3 carats each, 3 carats in each size for a cabochon of tanzanite. My goodness, the colour is amazing. Perfect pair of earrings if you wanted to commission yourself a lovely pair of earrings with these gemstones, sweet little cocktail rings or pendants. Stunning colour. Look at the depth. It is of course vanadium that determines the colour of your tanzanite, and this is basically, this is basically what we are looking for, a rich, intense violet blue. You get the 2 of these. They are substantial, they are sizable. You've used them, Jan, in necklace pieces, and I don't blame you for that as well. Real focal point. And we're still not done, everyone. Like I said, every component that we've brought you so far in this kit is really exciting us here in the studio, and I know it is you too, because there's tons of you there. But how about we add some luxurious, some gold, delicate, freshwater cultured seed beads. Now these are the slightly daintier size, so you could use these with soutache. You could use them to circle your tanzanite. 4 by 3 millimeters, so they're more of an elongated shape. But we absolutely love them. Now you've used these, Jan, just solely as a bracelet piece as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I've just knotted them with some of our silk thread. I've also used them in the necklace piece closest to you, which I've just sort of threaded them on. They're just beautiful. I love the colour, and the size is like, I hate to call pearls useful, but a really useful size. Yeah. Because like you say, just as a knotted bracelet, perfect. Soutache, perfect. They're just lovely. Or just restrung. Just restrung. Just restrung, looks stunning as well. Now, this is a limited kit. Obviously, the exclusivity of every single one of these components is always going to push it down to sort of a less than 50 quantity. And believe me, we have got tons and tons and tons of you there. The French wire that you've got within this is going to go such a long way. So you only need a tiny element off this strand to actually protect your pearls. Or, oopsie, I'm trying to do 2 things at once here, trying to pick something up and also hold all of these. There we go. Protect your pearls, or any gemstone for that matter. It doesn't have to be just your tanzanites. Gosh, I tell you what, I'm fingers and thumbs today, aren't I? And all of your wire, including your 1.5 and your twisted wire as well. Now we are going straight down for the tanzanite individually. I would be more than happy to invest the price tag that you're about to see for the whole kit, £28.95. Wow. Lots and lots and lots of you coming in. And I'm not surprised by that at all. I mean, you would be happy to pay that for the tanzanite, wouldn't you?
Definitely. They're so beautiful. They're gorgeous. And like you say, that price for the tanzanite on their own, I'd be happy. But then to have the addition of everything else.
Yeah, because I'm sure our spools of wire, some of our wire can reach £17.95, can't it?
And you've got some great gauges there. You've got the thicker gauge, like you say, for structure, but then you've got the twisted wire, which is brilliant. But for me, it was a perfect kit. Perfect kit.
Just to clarify, it is the 2 cabochons of tanzanite that you're getting. So if there's any misunderstanding on the web, it is 2 that you are getting. But stunning examples, and they are big, substantial cabochons as well. I love a cabochon of tanzanite because you can, especially when it's of this quality, because you can see that depth of colour. There's 0 colour zoning. Can you see that? It's really consistent from one point to another. You can see that depth of blue all the way through. When it has got that domed effect, you can also see sort of the silky internal characteristics of this wonderful gemstone. £28.95, and you're getting everything that you see before you. I mean, Jan, you've invested a lot of wire into your pieces. You've used all of the gemstones, haven't you? Yeah. And you've created some fabulous statement pieces. I'm loving this bracelet, but I want to show you everything as well, everybody at home. And the earrings, just using the thicker gauge wire.
Yeah. But the bracelet that you just mentioned, actually the French wire, because I had so much of the French wire left, I actually thought I'd use it in a different way. So I've gizmoed it at the front of that bracelet.
Right.
So, you know, if you don't want to knot your pearls or you don't want to knot your gemstones, then there's lots of other ways you can use it. Because it's like a really fine gizmo coil, you can gizmo it again, if you know what I mean. So you get a really lovely effect with it.
So you gizmoed the French wire. Is that what you did?
Yeah, in the bangle there, yeah.
And this one here?
So at the front there, you'll see that sort of that gizmo coil. That's actually the French wire that's gizmoed.
That's amazing.
But you get a really
Can I just say, this looks like, you know, a complete finished boutique piece of jewellery. It is, isn't it?
It just, the wire is just so beautiful because you've got all the different textures there. You've got the smooth of the thicker gauge. You've got the sort of the sparkling of the twisted, and then you've got that texture of the gizmoed French wire as well.
Absolutely stunning. And the 1.5 millimetre wire, it really holds structure. So it's perfect
brilliant
for bangles.
Yeah.
Perfect for bangles because it is that bit thicker. And the same with the earrings. You don't need anything else, do you? Those heart earrings that you created, you don't need any gemstones or anything like that.
Just the wire. And like you were saying earlier, you know, you can make perfect rings with it. You can hammer it. You can texture it. It's really, really versatile. And I've got this left over. I made all those pieces and I've got lots of it left over.
And of the twisted wire you have as well.
Actually, this is the second one, but I did have some of the other one left over. So I've got wire left.
Okay.
And they're quite wire heavy pieces.
Yeah, you really have. Half the stock has already been allocated on this, so do check out as soon as you can, because I can see lots of you with it sat in your basket. Well done to Angela, Catherine, Linda, John and Janet, Albertha, well done to you, Denise, Robert, Nicola, Irene, Jenny, Aisha, hello to you, Ban, hello to you, Mary, Joan, Diane, Julie, Belinda, and many, many more. Very, very popular kit. I'm not in the least bit surprised because, you know, we're very lucky to be in the building on a regular basis. So we see lots of gemstones, we see lots of new products coming in, and we don't see French wire, we don't see twisted wire, we don't see the 1.5, we don't see tanzanite cabochons on a daily basis. Believe me, we'd be in our element if we were lucky enough to say, yeah, oh yeah, we see that regular. But that's not going to be the case, is it?
Because to get them all together.
Yeah, exactly. It's a real win, and especially at £28.95, when you'd expect, I personally would expect to pay that for the tanzanite on its own.
Yeah, for definite.
You know, on its own, without all of the gauges of wire. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. Just stunning, stunning pieces, and you don't need that. You know, you don't need anything else. I mean, obviously you've used some shepherd hook findings and a couple of toggles, but with the 1.5 gauge wire, you can create your own clasp, can't you? You've kind of made that sort of wraparound S hook clasp.
Yeah, that's right. So I mean, you can make torque necklaces with it. So you can make, from the kit, all I've added to the kit, I added some head pins to make the shepherd hook earring findings, and I've added a very, very small amount of 0.4 to attach the pearls to the frame, and some silk thread obviously for the knotting. But apart from that, everything was sort of the kit.
Everything?
Everything, yeah.
Stunning.
I mean, you can do everything with it. It's just brilliant.
Stunning, and a lot of love for your pieces as per usual, Jan. So what is it you're going to be demonstrating for us?
I'm going to show this necklace, the first necklace just
this
here.
This one here. Now, every piece, if I was to walk down, you know, or walk past a boutique jeweller, you would expect something like this to be taken centre stage in a window, you know, the velvet-lined windows. You would expect this to be taken centre stage with no price tag on.
Yeah.
You know those jewellers, the ones that don't put the price tags on, so you think, oh gosh, oh gosh, how much is that one?
You can't ask because you can't afford it.
You daren't ask, exactly. And I always feel a little bit intimidated in as well, just because I think they're a little bit scary. Stunning, I mean, how luxurious is this? You can imagine it on the red carpet.
I just loved it.
It reminds me of a peacock.
Yeah. For me, it was, so when I saw it, I wanted sort of like wings. I wanted to do sort of like angel wings, really, to start with. But then it sort of just evolved into this. But I wanted the tanzanite to take centre stage. I didn't want anything really to detract from the tanzanite because it's just so beautiful. So I wanted that in the centre, and then just something quite simple.
Absolutely incredible. Okay, let's crack on. And one thing I've noticed there with your setting of the tanzanite, it looks that bit bigger as well. I mean, it's big anyway, but it looks that bit bigger, doesn't it? Really showcases the gemstone.
Yeah, and what I did is I made sort of like the wing section, and then thought, how am I going to, excuse me, how am I going to attach the cabochon to the little frame? and then came up with this little netting sort of technique. So
Love it.
We're going to show that.
Love it. Can't wait. Can't wait to see.
Okay, so what I've done is at the 1.5, I've used 4 lengths of the 1.5, so and about 6 inches. But obviously it depends how big you want your piece to be. Excuse me. So when you've got all 4 of them, the 4 that I've got here have got a little bit of a bend in them, and to do that, all I've sort of done is, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. Just run my thumb along. So although the wire is really substantial, you see it's quite easy to warm it and get that nice bend to it.
Just warming it up and it forms that shape.
Yeah, so all I've done is what I did is I got 4 of them together and did it with the 4 of them, just so you've got the same sort of angle in all of them.
Lovely.
Okay? So all 4 of them are going to sit together just like that. Okay, so then we take the twisted wire, which is beautiful. We're going to take the bottom one. Now take a section of twisted wire and find the middle. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap around a couple of times. There, so we've wrapped around that middle section a couple of times there, and then we're going to bring in the next one and sit that next to it there. Okay, now what I wanted, because the centre section surrounding the tanzanite has got a lot of wrap overs, I wanted that sort of to continue on this really. So at the front now, pop that in. So at the front we're going to go over the front there, so you've got that bar going across there and around that second one. So we're starting to capture that, so that's going to be joining that together. So then go round the second one a couple of times and we're back there. Then we add the third one in, okay? And then we go around that and catch the third one.
Love it.
Okay, so it's a really simple technique, and then go around that again. The only thing you'll find is sometimes these cross over, so just, you know,
take your time to keep them
order.
order.
Just take your time, and you can just sort of pull them apart a little bit and wrap twice around there, and then you're back in that section, and then do the same with the fourth one. So it's a really, really simple sort of weave there, and all you need to do is sort of squish them together. So we've got that first bar there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over, because I did it this way because I found it easiest to do this way, and then we're going to repeat that on this side. Okay, so now all 4 of them are together. You can just space them out a little bit. So we're going to bring that up over the second one in exactly the same way as we did earlier and wrap around that twice. Okay, trying to keep those together, just squishy those together when you can. And then we're back at this section and around. So what we're going to do is you repeat that a few times until you get that sort of zigzag pattern and everything is held in place. Now if there's a bit of a gap there, just take your pliers and just squishy the wires together. Technical term, squishy.
Squishy, yeah, but we all know what you mean.
We all know what squishy means.
All know what squishy means.
So that's what we do. So once we've gone around that a couple of times, there. So now we've got that V shape. And then all I would do then is repeat that, that process back down. So if I just show you quickly, I'll turn it over again because I find it easier to work that way. Go over the second one. So now, there. So if I just do that really, really quickly, okay? So we go around that a couple of times. And so you just repeat that for as much as you want really. I think I did 4 or 5 of them.
Yes. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the
okay.
chevrons or arrows, whichever way you want to.
I won't go all the way. I won't go and do all of them, but that's what you do. So you do that sort of pattern all the way along, keeping this as your centre, because that's where we're going to sit the cabochon. Okay. I won't do all of them because I don't want to bore people with repetitive. What I'll do is I'll cut those off and we'll just imagine that section is done. But we're okay to do it with this.
Okay.
Okay. So when you get to the end, all you need to do is sort of snip that off, take some pliers and just
make sure
that there's no sharp edges. Okay.
Curled underneath.
And when you've gone a little bit further, if you take some pliers or if you've got some nylon pliers, just give that a bit of a squeeze, and what that will do, that will set those wires into place and that will help support the rest of the wires.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll snip that one off for now. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this as our centre point. This little, the first chevron that we did there. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit our tanzanite in that point there. Okay?
Lovely.
And to do that, I made this little basket.
That's so pretty.
And that sort of
so
sits.
Pretty. I mean, that to me is a pendant or a ring on its own.
Or that could be earrings. Imagine those as earrings.
Lovely pair of earrings. How did you make that basket?
Okay, so what I did is I've used some of the twisted wire. Take quite a long length of it, and I used our little orange
ring mandrel. Available on our website, by the way, if you're wondering what this tool is. You can go on to JewelleryMaker.com or speak to our contact centre. It is available, readily available.
It is, but I mean, if you haven't got it, anything sort of round the right size will do.
A consistent
but
circular.
For me, I know that if I use it four of them down, I know it's the right size.
Yes.
So once you've done it a couple of times, you'll know what size you want really. Right, so taking the fourth one, what I've done is I've wrapped it around about 7 or 8 times, and then I've made a few wraps on the next one down, the smaller one. Right, so we've got some wraps on the larger one and a few wraps on the smaller one, and that just means that you get a bit of a dome to it. So these smaller ones will sort of help secure the tanzanite in place. Okay, so when you've wrapped them around, just take them off and they'll all sit together. And then with the excess that you've got, you start weaving around the frame. So it's simply just sort of almost like stitching around the frame. And now don't be too precious about it, because I wanted it to be sort of
organic.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't want sort of perfect stitches. I wanted it to be a bit organic. And
love that. I absolutely love this look.
So all you do is you just sort of go round, and so you've sort of got that captured. And then if you take some pliers, you can just give it a bit of a squeeze so you get that oval shape to it. And then what you can do is go around and just squish it down. Just spend some time on that, just sort of squishing it down so it's in the right shape. Take the cabochon each time you're doing it and just sit it on the top.
And just check for sizes.
And just check that the size is right. And then what you'll do, you'll end up with
one
that.
Of these.
And now I know that that sits perfectly on the top there.
That looks so beautiful.
And if I pick it up, you'll see it sort of just sits in there as well.
It does.
So that's a perfect fit for that.
Lovely.
And then, so what we do is the cab will sit on the top there, and that's going to go on the top. So the easiest way to do it is put the cabochon in place, pop that on the top, and you'll need to hold it obviously in place while you stitch it. Okay, so sorry my fingers are over the top of it, but you need to be doing that really. And then with the excess that you've got, you can come up through the frame. It might be easier actually just to go round and wrap. I'll just take that out for a second. Attach it to the frame first.
And then put your tanzanite in.
Yeah, just to make sure that you've got there. Because what I want to do is I want to go down from the top. It's easier to go from the inside rather than up through the frame, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we're there, and that's sitting nicely on the top. So we've got our excess here, which I'm going to cut down a little bit, because I probably won't need all that. Right, so now what we're looking at doing is finding spaces in the frame and pushing it through. There. But because you've done the weave, it's quite open in parts at the back, so you'll be able to do that.
And again, if you'd have done it really tightly, then assuming you'd find it a little bit harder to actually sew through.
Sew it through, yeah. So by doing it, wrapping it that way, you've got those gaps there. And then all you need to do is pull it through, and because we're wrapping it, it's sort of mirroring the wrap that we did earlier. So,
it is.
You know, you haven't got to worry too much about that. So again, you can sort of wrap around. So go to the bottom now, and then go through. Find a gap there. It doesn't matter if it doesn't always catch the frame. Give that a good pull there. That's nice and tight. Just make sure it's nice and straight. You want to just keep going back to it and just making sure it's nice and tight and nice and straight. And then you can go back through the frame. You just need to spend some time really just doing that. Through there. And really that's as difficult as it gets. I mean, that's a bit squishy, so just make sure you straighten that up.
That looks amazing, like so. I mean, that could be a fantastic ring or pair of earrings.
It makes a perfect ring, actually.
It would, wouldn't it? Stunning, absolutely stunning. And look how well framed and secure that tanzanite is as well. Beautifully secure within that sort of nest. Nest of twisted wire. Love it. Absolutely love this design.
So that's all you need to do really, is just continue wrapping that until you're happy that that's secure.
That it's in place and it's not going anywhere. Now, just to recap, that you actually created multiple designs with this wonderful kit. This is kind of like, reminds me of a musical piece. This it is quite musical. You've also got then almost like a butterfly design, swirls and sways at the bottom. The one that you have just literally demoed, and that stunning bangle, which I love. Pair of earrings, and also this gorgeous delicate pearl bracelet, which I would wear all the time, and you've used the French wire within this piece as around the back, and if I just turn this around so you can actually see, because the French wire, the little toggle.
I was going to say, it becomes a mechanic of your piece, but also we always say that the finish of pieces is really important. And just using the French wire just gives that professional finish.
It really does. So this little loop here is French wire. And it really, looks so incredibly professional, and on the other side of the toggle. So it's protective, but it is professional looking as well. Can you demonstrate to us how you'd actually use that French wire in such a design as well, Jan? Just to recap as well, this is very popular. We are down to the last few remaining opportunities now, because we've got people coming in, getting involved, and people multi-buying. Just to recap, you've got 1.5mm gauge copper coloured wire. You've got the twisted wire, which is 0.5 or 0.4mm, depending on the area that you're looking at, that twisted. We've also got the French wire. You've got the beautiful seed beads of culture pearls, which I love.
They're beautiful.
2 of your tanzanite cabochons. Stunning. I mean, every single one of these components, we don't see every single day, and I know I keep repeating it, but £28.95, you'd expect to pay that for the cabochons.
For definite. I mean, that like you say, they're sizable, they're beautiful. But with the addition of the wire and everything else, it
just makes it a really exciting kit. Lots of you there. Well done to Aberdeenshire, Paulette, Tina, Jan, Rachel, Carola, Jane, Maria's there, Marie, you're with me as well, Denise, Angela, Belfast. I've still got Sally, Carol, Debbie, Sharon, Nicola, Nottinghamshire, with it in their baskets. We've got telephone bidders there. It's looking like it could be an on-screen sellout. So if it's not you, it's in the hands of another jewellery maker. That's the reality of it. No if but sort. Do you agree? It's going to be an on-screen sellout, because how often do you see French wire? How often do you see twisted wire?
Well, you don't, do you? But to see it all together, and with those beautiful pearls and that tanzanite, it's just
amazing.
It's a dream.
Really beautiful. So, okay, you're going to use this French wire, because it's not something that I don't mind confessing that I've seen it before, and I've seen it within jewellery workshops, which I've worked at in the past, and I know that you rave about it, Jan.
I love it because it gives that professional finish, and when you're selling your pieces, the finish of your piece is the difference between you achieving an okay price or a really good price.
Yeah, totally agree. And Jan does actually sell jewellery. You sell your jewellery in a hotel, isn't it?
I sell it into a hotel, also to jewellers or to people that then retail them on. So, finish is one of the most important things.
Really important, absolutely. Okay, so you've cut just a tiny section.
Well, that's all you would need. Just a little, I mean, I don't know, I'm not good with measurements.
That's probably about a centimetre?
A centimetre. So all you would need for the necklace is probably two sections of that. And I mean, we've got all of the strands. It's just amazing. So what you would do is when you're sort of pearl knotting, you'll have your pearls on ready to go, and then what you'll do is you'll thread on the French wire, like so, there.
Yeah.
Then you'll go through your clasp. I'm using a jump ring in this instance just because I haven't got a clasp with me.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
And then what you'll do is, I'm just going to go back through this pearl. Okay. Now, sorry, I just want to make sure that you can see that. Right, so all we need to do then is pull.
Pull the cord.
Pull the cord, and there.
And there's a finished clasp.
There. So now you've got your French wire there, which will protect the silk thread. And you've got your clasp attached there. And you've got your first pearl. And then what I would do is I'll do my first knot. This is my easy knotting technique, because I'm a bit of a lazy jewellery maker.
Hey, why not? Why not keep things simple if it works?
If I just put one more pearl on, you'll see the actual.
And French wire is a very, very, very fine, it's kind of like gizmoed wire, isn't it?
It's,
very, very, very fine, like a tiny slinky.
Yeah, that's
like
exactly
a tiny slinky style effect.
Oh, do you want this one now?
And it's got real fluidity to it as well. I mean, I love this feeling. As you can see, just
great.
how fluid it is. It's almost like a snake chain, but it's a lovely, lovely feel. It's a lovely, you can see that quality, can't you?
But even if you're not knotting, even if you're using beading thread, or you're using some sort of, and you're using a crimp, to have that on would be fine for that as well. So
yeah, stunning.
Again, it just gives that professional finish. But for me, that would be the perfect sort of finish to a pearl necklace or a pearl bracelet.
Totally
That's
agree.
how you would use it. And as you could see, we used only a little short section. So that's going to go a long, long way.
Going to go an awful long way. Fabulous. So it's not just a wire. You can use it for your cords. Sorry, you can use it for your findings, rather.
Yep.
It's got a protective, because it's obviously like a little spring. It does actually protect the gemstones as well. Amazing. Thank you so much,
You're
my
welcome,
darling.
you're welcome.
Very popular kit, though, so good luck. First come, first serve. Now, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay with the lovely Jan, because you've got a little Brucey Jan bonus, I suppose. That such thing, but you know what I mean. Only because we've got brand new, it's never appeared, it's never been on our screens previously before. I absolutely adore this gemstone. Now, coming in a gorgeous gold box, it was the first thing that Martha actually showed me this morning. She said, "Elle, look at this. I know you love it, because I know you absolutely adore your serenite as a gemstone," and I really, really do, because I had the privilege, and it was a privilege and honour, of launching this here at Jewellery Maker, not here at Jewellery Maker, on our USA channel. I had the honour of actually launching this, and it is a gemstone that we discovered well, it was launched rather in October. Launched in October 2014, and I spoke only yesterday about the fact that this gemstone actually was discovered around, or rather was revealed to the world the same time that the Lanikia was discovered. Now, the Lanikia is, if you're into your space activity, your stars and things like that, then you'll probably know more about it than me. Basically, the Lanikia is saying that we are not just one galaxy, we are part of millions upon millions of galaxies, which kind of puts things into perspective in terms of how small we actually are as a globe, I suppose. The reason why I'm referring to that, because you think about the Lanikia and you think of lots of clusters of little stars. Well, that's what this gemstone is distinctly similar to. The name itself is Seren in Welsh, actually translates to star. It's serene as well, tranquility. It has got a real tranquility behind it. This is a copper bearing gemstone, and the reason why I'm sharing that with you is the fact that the copper presence within this gem, it's distinctly similar to a Paraiba tourmaline. Now, Paraiba tourmaline, because it has that copper presence, have you ever noticed how it sparkles, how it's got that fantastic neon glow internally? This is the only other gemstone, whilst they're different colours, which I can think of, which actually has got those kind of similarities. Just absolutely amazing. It's totally and utterly natural. You are buying as direct as it comes, really. I mean, this is our teams have gone over to the Serenite mine over in Oregon, and it is in one location in the world. This is the only Serenite mine over in Oregon, the state of Oregon. It's a natural gemstone. If you've never seen it before, I was wearing mine actually the other day. I love my Serenite, and I was, funny enough, I had to remind myself to take it off this morning because I love it so much. But selenite, is the best way of me describing is, it looks like a zarite, looks very similar to a champagne diamond. You were, is it the first time you've seen it this morning?
It's the first time I've seen it in this form.
Isn't it amazing?
It's just absolutely beautiful.
Now,
It's stunning.
it is stunning. It's not just the 3 faceted calibrated gemstones. You're also getting the ring mount, which is sterling silver, and I'll pop it on my finger so you can actually see this. We're going to bring that price tag in for you as well, and then we're going to demonstrate how we actually can configure your whole piece of stunning selenite jewellery. Now, this is brand new, premiering, sterling silver, £14.95. I mean, the gemstones, it doesn't come any more direct than this opportunity. This was a gem that was previously known as the, I don't like the expression, but the immature diamond. Because it has got that sort of plush diamond look. Tiffany's & Co. actually mined this gemstone once upon a time, and for whatever reason stopped mining it and invested probably in tanzanite at the time. That was where they really threw their weight behind. Their loss is most definitely our gain, because now tanzanite is one of the world's most exclusive. It was certainly the talk of one of the Hong Kong Trade Fair. It's very much a gemstone that we are selling to other jewellery establishments out there in the trade internally. It's fabulously desirable and stunningly beautiful. Comes gift box like so, and we will demonstrate how to actually set this as well. Jan very kindly has offered. This is how it comes with the gemstones internally, and I've got them in a little dish here. But Jan, you very kindly offered to demonstrate how easy it is to set this
I have.
trilogy.
And believe me, it's easy, because this is probably only the 3rd time that I've used these tools.
Oh, really?
So I've not used them a lot, but that's how easy they are to use.
Okay.
I've set the centre one in already. And to set them, all you need to do is pop them in, so you can see that that's sitting just in there, and you've got the 3 prongs that surround it. And all you need to do is flatten those, or push those prongs down. Now, if you've got the prong setting toolkit,
which is coming up next, we'll do that next.
Okay.
So if you're thinking, oh, I need this, well, don't worry, it is coming up next.
well, in that you've got the clamp. So you just put your ring shank in the clamp, and then you've got this little gizmo here, which has got a little groove in it. And that groove then goes on top of the little prong and pushes it down. So if I show you, the best way to do it is put the gemstone in, and then hold it and do them one at a time. So take the prong setting tool and then push it over.
Love it.
Push it over. So you can see now that's bent over. Okay. Give that a good push over. And then turn it around. And then hold that side. Sorry, I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way, but... And then
it is one of those tasks that, unfortunately, you do need your fingers to be holding and securing the gemstones.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You need to be holding the gemstone. But all you're doing is, with the little prong setting tool there, and rocking it over.
Yeah.
And just do that a few times. And what that will do, that will bend over that prong there, and that will hold that in place. And then all you need to do then is do the 3rd one. Sorry, that's probably not in a good place for you to see. But you need to do that. So you just need to just do that and just take your time. And then that's sort of set in place there. But look how beautiful that is.
Now, just whilst we show the toolkit, are you all right to do the 3rd one?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Have I got it here, or have you got it there? There it is.
Yeah.
There it is, and you can actually we can see the finished piece then as well. Just so I can bring the toolkit for you that Jan's using. Now, this hasn't been on your screens in a long time. We're going to do a big price reduction. In fact, it hasn't been on your screen since October. So for those of you that are thinking, I quite like the idea of setting my own gemstones. Well, listen, we do often bring you the actual settings, whether it be in pendants, whether it be in earrings, and the calibrated gemstones. And that will always be the case if you're thinking about commissioning sweets for yourself. You are getting within the actual gemstone setting toolkit. It actually has all the components that you need. So everything that Jan's just demonstrating there is coming within this opportunity. Now, $14.95 for your serenite. That's a natural gemstone, by the way. It's not treated in any way, shape or form. It is a gemstone which comes out the ground. Obviously it's faceted. When you look within, and I'd love you to do this, take it out into natural daylight. It glows similar to a kunzite as well. It's not known as an evening gemstone, but if you actually dim the lights here in the studio, and in fact, I don't know if we can dim the lights here in the JM studio, you will actually see that the serenite just glow. It's amazing under candlelight. It's amazing under moonlight, because it's all the copper that's present within the gemstone. It had an awful lot of gemologists and laboratories around the USA scratching their heads. I mean, what type of gemstone is this? Because it's actually a type of feldspar, but they were all conflicting with one another. Some of them said a type of diamond, some of them said a type of feldspar, so they all conflicted. So we actually had to send serenite to different locations around the USA, and then serenite was of course born. Now let's bring you your deluxe gem setting tool set. It has got 8 pieces in total. And it is quite a straightforward toolkit. You know pretty much what you can see what the functions are, can't you? Yeah. You can actually see what the functions are for every single one what they do, I suppose. Yeah. So you're busying yourself setting that third gemstone, and it only takes a matter of minutes, doesn't it?
It does, but for some reason I keep just. I think it's the pressure.
Yeah, I did just ask you to do it live on air, didn't I? Sorry okay. About that. No, you're okay. We like to keep you on your toes. Now, it should be $19.95. We did say it was going to be a price reduction. Special 1st of December Advent deal. There we are. You've opened the little window on your Advent calendar. Instead of $19.95 today, it is going to be not $19.95, $14.95. Where is all the bits and pieces?
Oh, do you want me to? Let me show you.
Oh, have you got them, Jan? Have you? Okay, so you go. Here. Oh, you've used them.
I used the ones.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Ah, okay. Now it comes packaged like so.
Is this the one?
Like so. So here it is. 8 pieces. Taken some out, so you've got your measuring gauge here, so you can actually measure, and that's very precise, a very precise way of measuring your gemstones. You've got this tool here, which funny contraption, but it is essential for gripping onto the actual setting itself, whether it be pendants, whether it be earrings, whichever. Then you've got, let me just turn this around. Now this is for pushing the bezels. Pushing the bezels. Do we have tutorials on gem setting as well on our website who will probably be able to do it an awful lot better, and it's also going to be on tomorrow afternoon show. Then you've got your very fine tweezers, which you do need for gem setting, don't you? You do need those. Yeah. And last but by no means least, do you know what this is, Jan?
I'm going to be honest with you, no I don't.
Setting pliers. Setting pliers. Okay, so I need to do a bit of research on this. I've never seen those before. I didn't know what the setting pliers are. We have got FIFO reviews though, so feel free to have a little look at those. Very good tools at a great price, and you can feel, that's from Kerry, you can feel the quality in them, and forgive me for my ignorance, I suppose, because I don't know what this tool is. I'm not sure. Everything else I've seen used before, but I've never seen this previously used before.
No, I've not seen it used.
So if you have a look on YouTube, I'm sure there'll be plenty of tutorials about it, or on our very website they'll show you as well. £5 reduction for you this 1st of December with your deluxe gem setting tool. Now, is the serenite ring finished?
Well, I would probably, to be honest with you, I would probably fiddle around a little bit more, but that's how beautiful it is. And that's how easy it is to do it.
That's stunning. So gorgeous, beautiful. So beautiful.
I love that.
So beautiful. Are we able to dim the lights a little bit?
Ooh.
Is that all right?
Romantic.
Just because.
Watch, it doesn't fall out there.
Look. I'll be careful. Dim the lights. So there we go. Look how gorgeous this gemstone sparkles in subdued lighting.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Can you see? It's like got a silky appearance.
It's so beautiful.
It is very much an evening gemstone. Fabulous. You're going to love it. Well done. Can't believe it's £14.95. What could you retail this for? I mean, you could, I would, for a natural, genuine gemstone. And I'd love for you to sort of download all the information that you can get on our very websites about gemstones, learning about the fact this is a one locational gem similar to that of your tanzanites and your larimars. It is an all-American gem, very, very individual in its makeup, because very few gemstones have got that copper bearing presence where you can almost see them suspended. The copper platelets, they are platelets suspending through the gemstone. That's how you get that stunning glisten. It is a glisten, isn't it?
It's beautiful. And one thing I will say, as a jewellery maker, for me, to be able to do this sort of piece of jewellery is... it's just like a real achievement.
Yeah, it is.
Because, you know, I didn't ever think that I'd be able to prong set beautiful gemstones like this. But with these sort of tools, you can do it.
Absolutely. Everything is there for you. Beautiful. Fantastic. Well done to every single one of you. Thank you, Jan. We'll be back with you at 10 a.m. With your second kit, of course. But I'm sure you'll hear from her throughout the course of the morning. I've got time for one more bundle, so I'll shimmy that way. You admire your Trinity ring, my darling. You admire that. Jan's loving it. Loving it, loving it. Box number what, sorry? Oh, I love this. It's perfect for Christmas. Perfect for Christmas. It reminds me of poinsettias. Poinsettias, or the finest ruby. That's what it reminds me of. Or cranberries for your turkey sandwich.
I could eat that now.
Could you eat that now?
I could now, yeah.
Would you have stuffing?
No, I don't really have stuffing.
Would you have stuffing? Gravy?
Oh, don't got gravy, haven't you?
You got to have gravy.
Got to have gravy, yeah.
Now, my other half introduced me to something just quickly before we go into bursting berries, and I was like, this is an amazing idea. I didn't realise it was something off Friends, the series, but I was like, he said, Sunday roast, you have your Sunday roast, whether it be Christmas Day or whichever, you have your Sunday roast, and then with your leftovers, because there's always leftovers, there is in our house, because I cook for so many people, and there's usually just the two of us. So you got leftovers and you come to the evening, you think, oh, what should we have for tea? We'll have roast dinner sandwich. However, my Tom says, with the moist maker, please. I was like, with the what? The moist maker. What's a moist maker? I've never heard of a moist maker, have you? So you put your beef or your chicken or your whatever your meat is, then you put your vegetables and your stuffing, whichever you've got from your leftovers. Then you get a piece of bread in the middle of your sandwich, which is soaked in gravy. Oh my gosh. It's special. It is special. There we are. Leave you with that thought. Love these. They're stunning. It reminds me of your cranberry sauce. It's very rich and abundant. These are all the same size. They're faceted rondelles. It is, of course, your quartz. Bursting berries. Don't see these colours every single day. It is sweet. You can really taste it, can't you? I'd say this is a perfect cranberry colour. £12.95 only, and they're 3 150cm strands. This is the definition of Christmas to me. 150 carats, rather. What did I just say? 150 centimetres. Sorry, 150 carats. What am I talking about? 7 by 4 millimetres. It's the definition of Christmas Day, isn't it? To me, I'm imagining these and some green gemstones around a pillar, a sort of church candle. I'm imagining these on the table, or napkin rings.
Napkin rings. If you've got sort of gold tablecloth, and gold napkins, some napkin rings with those would be fabulous.
Stunning. What did you just say then, Martha? Tassels off your Christmas cards. Wow, that's very posh. You could, yeah. I mean, you've got lots of gemstones here which could be included in your Christmas cards, couldn't they? Stunning, absolutely stunning. Gorgeous colour. Let's do that twist as well. So imagine yourself in whatever, a white shirt, imagine yourself in a pair of jeans, imagine yourself in a little black dress, and then you've got your quartzite, your berry quartzite, wrapped around your neckline like so. I mean, look, oh, beautiful. That's Christmas Day wear. Straight away. Oh, Martha's saying in your velvet dress. Oh yeah, that would be lovely. I can really see you rocking a velvet dress, Martha, with... You like a bit of velvet? Yeah, I do as well. It's very luxurious, isn't it? Especially with colours like this. really rich, elegant and opulent colours. £12.95 only for all of these gorgeous, gorgeous gemstone strands. We've got so much more to bring you though. We've got more of Jan, the amazing Jan. We've got a second kit and designer inspiration. We've got brand new ins. We've got stunning sunstone. We've got amazing opal. We've got amazing tanzanite coming up. We've got Larimar coming your way. We've got lots of sterling silver deals as well. And of course your early bird. So don't go anywhere. There's so much more to see after this.
Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair comb, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Chalcedony or Chalcedony, depending on how you pronounce it, is best thought of as a species name rather than an individual gem material. The chalcedony group includes things like agate, onyx and carnelian. Chalcedony can also be used to refer to different coloured gemstones, so you do have blue chalcedony, yellow chalcedony and also pink chalcedony as well.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back everyone, nice to have your company this morning. My name's Elle. Ooh, I'm joined by the lovely Kimbo. Ooh, you're right Kimbo. How you doing Ninja Kim? Are you feeling like ninja-ing today? I'm all up for ninja-ing today. She has got some rocking deals coming out and we've got the stunning designer inspiration with the amazing Jan. Hiya, you all right darling?
Yeah, I'm having a great morning.
It's good, isn't it? It's good. We're having lots of fun,
We are.
lots of big deals, and they're only set to continue. Can I just say we've got a very exciting opportunity of a gemstone I've never even seen previously before. It's almost unheard of in the jewellery world because it is very, very, very complex, two-facet. For the first time ever in my entire career am I bringing you a brand new gemstone. I'm not going to tell you what it is as of yet, but it's coming up a little bit later on the show, which is really, really, really exciting. We've got stunning bundles of sterling silver, we've got emeralds, we've got opals, amazing opals, we've got tanzanite, we've got big bundles, we've got the biggest Larimar cabochons that I've ever seen. We've got a new strand of sunstone, so much that it is going to be quite fast and pacey. Can I just say that's just caught my eye. My goodness, there's some amazing bundles, Kim. That's breathtaking. When's this coming up? Oh my goodness, that's incredible. There's some beauties. The size of these amethyst I've never seen before. Just incredible. You're going to love so much. I will tempt you. I will most definitely tempt you. But first, should we get going? Should we get going with 2 sterling silver chains? Now, I've only got a double-figure quantity, so less than 100 of these are available. Very, very, very popular. Right, bear with me a second. Very, very, very popular because, I mean, they're finished pieces of jewellery. They're also great for Christmas, birthdays, whatever occasion, for your own jewellery, because I'm always buying more sterling silver chains for myself and also for my friends and loved ones who always seem to be asking me for them, saying, Eleanor, I need more silver chains. Oh, right, okay, you know, you could tune in and dial in, because you've got to be honest, they always sell out, and then it means that they have to wait when I order them. If they just tuned into Jewellery Maker, mind you, I understand a lot of them work 9 to 5. If they just tuned in to Jewellery Maker, they'll be able to get them at the most affordable price tags, and you're about to see that as well. It's your luxury duo. These are it's your mini link, mini oval, and your standard oval as well. They're 1mm in size, so you can really see the dimensions and the quality of them. Finished pieces of jewellery because they have got that bolt ring on the back, 925 stamped, of course. Will fit stunning pieces, look amazing with Jan's kit that's coming up in the next hour as well. We've got very high-end gemstones coming up throughout the course of the show, and all different budgets, all different affordabilities, so don't be thinking that it's always going to be the high-end price tags. All different budgets, all different affordabilities, so you're going to be looking for chains like this to be added adding to your order, or I certainly think you will be. If we think about sort of the times in my career that I have brought chains like this, of this amazing quality, and we've brought 4-figure quantity opportunities, and we've sold every single one of them. The fact that we've got less than 100 of these available means that hopefully you've got a sense of urgency about you, especially given the fact that we're in December now. A lot of us are now thinking, okay, I need to sort of you know, step up the gears somewhat in terms of our Christmas shopping. I've had that realisation this weekend as well. Shall I hold it up to the neckline for you as well, so you can actually see, because they are substantial and really beautifully reflective. So I'll just tuck my collar like so for a minute. Hold it up to the neckline, because you don't need any other pendant. You can see from camera 1 straight away there, can't you? You can see how substantial they are and just the quality. Elaine, Sharon, well done. Cassandra, Valentina, hello to you new buyers. You're with me as well. Multi-buying to your heart's content. Perfect little gifts. Lovely for the Christmas table. I'm doing gifts on the Christmas table. I know I keep saying that, but I'm constantly thinking about these Christmas gifts. It's on my mind at the moment, because I don't want to spend a fortune, but I want it to be something that that our dinner guests are going to go, oh, how lovely. Sterling silver. Precious sterling silver, and that works out at what, £3.50 per chain. I know that we say all the time, where in the world can you get sterling silver chains of this quality for £3.50? You can't, can you? Base metals for £3.50.
No, I mean, and like you say, they're so beautiful on their own. But if you got those tanzanite cabochons, imagine a pendant hanging from that. It just looks stunning, wouldn't it?
It really would. Solid sterling silver for £3.50. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Yeah. You can't get hardly anything for £3.50 these days, especially not desirable, rare and precious metal. And I've been lucky enough to go to one of the chain manufacturers that we source our chains from, to actually see these being created. They often, I can't say always, but they often import Italian machinery. So they have got most definitely got that Italian sense of quality with them, and they're knitted, almost crochet together, every single link, one by one. It's a very lengthy process, and the fact that it's polished all the way through, you could see all that polishing, you could see all the actual soldering of them as well. Real quality. Marjorie's bought 4, Elaine, well done, Avril, well done, Belinda's bought 2, well done to you, Carmarthenshire, Helen, Valerie, June, Surrey, Helena, you're there as well. Lots of you still dialing through on the phone lines, and you have done it. I need to move on. There's still opportunities there, but there's many of you that have it in your basket, and we've got double figure quantity of those, so it is more limited. Now, Botswana agate, I love it. Haven't seen it in ages. Don't see it, do we? Kim's just going to check the web, because you don't see Botswana agate every single day, and it was certainly a gemstone that when I was making kits for Jewellery Maker, if I added it to a kit, price would soar, because it's probably one of the most expensive and sought after of your agates. I've got a big quantity of this. Botswana agate has got soft, almost lace agate similarities. There's sort of latte tones. You've got beautiful soft subtle greys, warm sort of sunstone hues coming through, the flash of green as well, variations of colours within. Very recognised though, you kind of spot Botswana agate instantaneously, because it is a standout look, I suppose. Beautiful banding, but the banding is quite soft and subtle, similar to your lace agates that you might have seen on rare occasions. And again, the price tags of lace agates can be very, very considered. So 3 strands of 250 carats. They are big. I know on graphics say small nuggets, but I think, again, I keep arguing and contesting with our graphics. I think these are medium nuggets at least. They're not small, are they?
They're beautiful, aren't they?
They're not small.
No, definitely not small.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. I love, excuse me, that silvery grey tone that you get to
I
them
do as well. And you only get it with Botswana agate.
I think it's really classy, isn't it? Really beautiful.
It's a very classy gemstone, Botswana agate. I totally agree with you. You've got almost a metre in every single one of these lengths, from 5x4 up to 14 by 6 millimetres. Straight away, lots of you there. We've got a big quantity. It is the 1st of December, so first of our calendar deals for you, and they're only set to continue throughout the duration of the festivities. I love this time of year. It's my favourite time, and I love the fact that we will bring you the most affordable price tags, rather than escalating our prices of rare and desirable gemstones. We don't do that here at Jewellery Maker. We bring you deals, totally and utterly natural. Every single one bit will be totally unique, like you and I. If it's the greys that you favour, or the beautiful creams that you favour, you're going to love this bundle, because it's going to complement so much. 3 strands, £4.95. That is unheard of, Kimbo. Oh, she's in full ninja mode today. She has got her pants over her jeans. Pants over her jeans, full ninja mode. Have you just seen the influx on the web? Wow. You need to get a cape. That is going to be my Christmas present to you, Kimbo. You need your own superhero outfit, as long as you'll come and show all the jewellery makers, because I know how camera shy you are. You do need to have a full-on... I was watching Something About Mary last night, and you know her brother, when he has that pink outfit on with the cape? I think we need to get Kim that. I think we do. Well done, Joanne, Jackie, Martha, Della, Justine. Hello to you, Ruth, Janet, Claire, Jacqueline, Annette, Diana, Isabel, Carola. Hello to you, West Sussex. Lots and lots of you on the phone lines. That's a lot of Botswana agate for £4.95.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it?
You wouldn't expect to pay that for one of the strands.
I was going to say, for one strand, if you could get one strand for that price, I would be ecstatic.
Yeah, you'd be on a win-win scenario, considering it's almost a metre. Almost a metre of Botswana agate. Yeah, absolutely. Just one of those would be incredible at £4.95. It's your Advent calendar deals, though. Incredible. And just to recap, I know some people don't realise that I've worked with Jewellery Maker for 3 years now. I joined this company in November 3 years ago, and I started up in the offices, and part of my job was actually making and constructing kits for the guest designers. So I used to work face-to-face on a daily basis basis with the guest designers. And Botswana agate, along with, you know, your very high-end strands, as soon as you put one of these, whether it be the nuggets like this or whether they be plain rounds, into any kit, the price would skyrocket. And Kim, do you remember those days? They really made a difference, didn't it? Because it's probably one of the most expensive and sought after of the agate family. And you realise that's why there's so many of you on the phone lines. I love it. I think it's a really, really luxurious, elegant agate.
And you're going to get such a lot of pieces of jewellery out of those strands. And like you say, you could make one big statement piece like you do in there, or you could imagine the amount of bracelets that you could make, like memory wire bracelets as Mark does. Yeah. Imagine the amount that you would get from those.
And you'd certainly charge what? Well, Mark says he charges £15 for one memory wire, a memory wire, and nugget bracelet. Yeah. So, you know, your quid's in with the sale of just one of those. Maureen, Leslie, Peggy and Mick, well done to you. Marilyn, Jennifer, Patricia, Brian, congratulations to you. Jacqueline, so many of you there. I need to move on because we've got a star buy coming your way. A star bite coming up. Oh, I'm excited for this morning. There's much, much, much to see. Beautiful, beautiful example. Brand new opportunity, radiating all of the warmth of green that we aspire to. It is, without shadow of a doubt, one of the world's most regarded, steeped in history. And when it comes to colour, this is exactly what you're looking for. Okay, confession time. I put my hands up. I did not realise. Kim, did you just say that this was going? Take my word for it, if you will. If you tune in regular to Jewellery Maker, you shop with myself and Jan or any of my fellow hosts, take my word for it, you'll want to be on the phone lines. It's a free phone number, even if you don't press your option 1 as of yet. Be there. If it's the web can see the price. Can they see that price? Yeah, of course they can. Yeah, the web can see that price, and obviously they're responding to it. Telephone bidders, be there. Believe me, you're going to need to be. You're going to need to be. This is going to be an on-screen sellout. Take my word for it. I can't believe we're going to this price. Confession time. I didn't realise it was going this low. I thought there would be a 2 in front of that, Kim. Yeah, absolutely. Have you seen the length of the strand?
Wow.
Can I just ask Jan, have you got any idea what this is going to? Has anyone told you? No. What do you think this is going to be? Oh. You're going to have to be quick, though, because it's going to sell out.
Oh, I don't know. 40...
Okay, so you think
39.95?
Right. Jan, you're going to kick yourself right now, my lovely. This is going to a single-figure price tag.
No.
I can't believe it. It's natural emerald. It's the perfect amount of colour that you long for with the emerald. We're going to have to bring that price in. On-screen sellout.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's crazy.
I only wish we had more. I wish we had 10 times that quantity right now. I really, really, really do. Yeah. Kim, can we try and get hot? I mean, this doesn't happen every single day, and obviously it's not something we can just go, right, okay, we'll have more of that, please, at £6. I mean, this kind of parcel is not something you stumble across every single day. £6.95 for emerald of this quality.
That is beautiful. And for me, that is the sort of strand that I buy to go with my pearls.
Yeah.
Just interspersed with my pearls, and they are stunning at that price. That's crazy.
I thought, at best, and I was being very generous, I think, I thought 20-something, maybe 26.95. Yeah. It's a sellout. It's gonna be a sellout. Please do stay on those phone lines. I knew it was gonna be, hence why I went confession. Didn't realise it was going this low. Be on those phone lines. Hopefully you did. And well done to every single one of you that has secured that. Gail, Sandra, Elaine, it's gone. It's gone. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Incredible. Box number 14 coming up next. Coming up next. Oh, which ones? 'Cause I've got some before. These ones? 2 lots, 2 packets. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Because I'm surrounded with sterling silver findings. Now, this is a lot of sterling silver here. Firstly, you've got one of your matrix boxes. If you've got the emerald just, amazing. If you're looking for the sunstone, the tanzanite, the opal, the Larimar that's coming up a little bit later on, or that brand new gemstone that for the first time ever that I'm going to be bringing to the screens, then you'll need findings like this. 61 pieces. These hooks are amazing, aren't they? Look at those. Aren't they incredible? Can you see all of those? I'll get a couple of them out for you to see, because you're also getting all of these findings here, including the length of chain, the large lobster claw, your toggle clasps, your round head pins, your shepherd hooks, your crimp covers, so your crimp beads and your crimp covers as well, and your bolt rings, and all of these S hooks. They're stunning S hooks as well. My producer Kim, who does make jewellery, don't you, Kim? Makes jewellery. You did what, sorry? Tried to make some this morning? Blimey, what time are you up this morning? Okay, gosh, you're up very early. Very dedicated jewellery maker then, Kimbo. And this is just one of your S hooks. You've got the lovely links, and they can be clasps, they can be connectors, they can be features within your designs. We've got more of these as well, so I'll show you a couple of them. Show you a couple of these, and it's all down to you. I love the fact that you have got literally 8 different designs. 8 different designs. They come with the jump rings on there, which obviously you can attach or detach, whichever you prefer. Every single one is different though, and you're getting a couple of each. You're getting a couple of each design, all solid 925 sterling silver, then plus your length of sterling silver bracelet chain, which I think is really, 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 really high end. The size of your lobster claw clasp, and all you need is a jump ring, and you're good to go. You've got a piece of jewellery straight away.
You're done, aren't you?
Very high end, very, very luxurious. Don't you think? How many pieces of jewellery could you create out of these findings, Jan?
Oh, they're going to go a long way, aren't they? Especially with the addition of the clasps. And those clasps are beautiful, and they're really substantial as well.
They are, aren't they? There's a lot of precious metal in the clasps.
And for me, I'd be wanting those clasps sort of at the front of a design rather than hidden at the back.
I think so as well. There's 16 clasps in this.
Yes, amazing.
That's 16 necklaces straight away, isn't it? Or 16 bracelets, or whichever, or pendants. They could be beautiful pendant bails too. Then your bracelet here, and I'm just being very basic and simple, thinking that could be, there's another piece of jewellery. Then you've got your toggle clasp, which I'll again pop that onto my hand again. There's another piece of jewellery. You've got all of these ball head pins, which look at the amount of sterling silver that I'm just holding here. And there's so much more with all of this amount of your precious metal, and there's a lot of pieces. The findings pack has got 45 pieces, and then you've got the 16 clasps here as well. So these clasps on their own are £27.95. Yeah, without doubt, I'd pay that for one. I'd pay that for one if I was going into a jeweller to purchase individually. What did you say? £27.95 from us here at Jewellery Maker, just for the matrix box. For everything on the web should be £40.90. Still a good deal. It's a lot of precious metal here, a lot of precious metal. Today, however, not £40.90. Wow. So you're getting your findings pack for free. Getting 45 pieces of sterling silver for free. Or that works out at how much? 45 pence per piece.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't.
When you look at it, when you look at the quality and how substantial the clasps are, but then to get the findings pack as well, and like you say, you know, it's going to go a long way. That's a stash on its own, isn't it, really? Really
is.
Yeah.
Really is. I mean, like I said, if you've got the emerald just, or you're looking for the Botswana agate bundle as well, your Larimar, which is the biggest Larimar I've ever seen, you're going to be looking for your substantial clasps, aren't you?
You are, definitely, and you've got them in that, haven't you? But then you've got, in the findings pack alone, you're going to be able to get a lot of pieces of jewellery out of just the findings pack.
Yeah.
But then the addition of the others, wow.
You've been crying out for sterling silver jewellery makers, and we have got deals coming your way. This has to be one of the biggest deals of the day in terms of your findings. Incredible. Never be afraid of using sterling silver, especially if you're new to jewellery making. It's very malleable and it's easy to work with. Tons and tons of viewers and customers who are making the most of this opportunity and choosing to to multi-buy, we do not blame you one bit. I mean, it would cost $27.95 for the S-Class and the hooks alone if you were to buy those on a usual day here at Jewellery Maker, and that's still outstanding. However, with this bundle, you're getting the findings pack thrown in for free, essentially. So if you want to buy 10 of these, you buy 10 of these. Why wouldn't you? I mean, Jan, when you make your jewellery and you say you sell them on, don't you, to hotels, etc., or you commission pieces, 9 times out of 10 using your sterling silver?
Definitely. And for me, I mean, everybody knows, it's no secret, I love my pearls. And for me, sterling silver every time is pearls. Every time is pearls.
I totally agree.
And when you put in the pearls with things like the emerald that we just had, and the other beautiful strands I can see on the T-bar there, then for me it would have to be sterling silver.
I agree. And you don't see bundles like this though, do you?
So again, at this price, if I was at home, I'd be buying multiples of them, just so that I've got them
stashed. And I know you would, because I see your name.
Yeah. And I would, you know, look, the chains we had, those are the sort of things that I would buy to go with my pearls and my emeralds and the high-end sort of
absolutely
gemstones.
And she's not kidding, because I'm, oh, hiya, Jan. I can see you there, Jan. Hiya. You've heard me say it, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Hiya, Jan. Yeah, there's guest designer Jan buying. She's buying multiples of these, and I don't blame her to go along with the pearls.
Yeah. And
because you don't see bundles like this, do you?
No, especially at that price.
No, that's amazing. Well done to every single one of you. Lots of you choosing to multi-buy. We've got a text coming in, and do keep them coming in. Deborah in Norfolk. I have the S hooks. They are fab, such good quality. I save them for the best gemstones, and that's Debbie in Norfolk. Yeah, I agree. They're very, very, very high end, beautiful, and ordinarily they say they're $27.95. So to get the length of chain, your crimp covers, your crimp beads, your crimp covers, your bolt rings, your lobster claw, your toggle clasp, your shepherd hooks, and also your ball head pins for free, basically.
Yeah, and like you were saying earlier as well, the S hooks, they could be a pendant, couldn't they?
They what, sorry?
It could be a pendant drop.
Yeah.
I mean, on the chain that you had earlier, you could just put the chain onto there and then sort of just wrap on some sort of the emeralds or some gemstones that you've got. They're just beautiful.
Stunning.
Yeah.
So, and you'd make your money back straight away if you were selling. I mean, can you imagine selling emeralds at a Christmas fair? I would expect £27 at a Christmas fair.
Easily. One piece of jewellery would pay for the whole lot, wouldn't it?
Definitely. Well done to every single one of you. Do stay on those phone lines. There's lots to bring you, so we're squeezing an awful lot in this morning's show. Moving on to box number 3. Oh, I love these. These little dupes. Can I open the pack? Is that all right? Just because these little doobies are invaluable once you have them. I call them doobies. I don't know why but I see a lot of guest designers using these, particularly if you do your seed beading or your standard beading or your pearl knotting. Would you use your bead stoppers?
Yeah, I mean, you can, well, anything that you're using. I mean, I've got a little bag of them here.
There we go.
Always got them with me, because look, when you're threading on beads, I mean, some of the necklaces from the next kit actually, I use beading thread. And I would use one of these on the end just to stop things flying around.
Yeah, losing your gemstones.
Or if you're using a piece of fine wire that you're threading on lots of beads, again, your cords, your threads, anything really.
I tell you what these are great with as well. If you're using monofilament and you want to create that sort of floating gemstone effect, you know, sometimes you can have gemstones which look like they're suspended. Yeah. Or floating on the neckline. So you use a little bit of your hypo cement glue, and just to secure, just to make sure they don't go anywhere, just attach these. Oops, see, that's why I call them little doobies. I think they're fun. You just attach these either side, and they do actually stop the gemstone from moving anywhere. But yeah, they're very, very, very functional. They're also really fun. I like messing about with these. They're quite like stress balls, aren't they?
They are actually, aren't they? Because when you've got them, you can't start sort of...
You can't stop messing with them, can you? And we never used to have these, but I think they're invaluable once you've got them in your workshop, in your stash, whichever way you, or whatever you actually call it. They're great for securing. They're great for if you start pieces and then you come back to them, and you can use it across all the different mediums, can't you?
And that's exactly right. I mean, if you're planning out a piece on a board, and you've got halfway through it and the phone goes or something happens, rather than just risk it being there and then maybe the cat brushing past it or jumping on it or the dog brushing past it or something, put one of those on the end. It's not going to go anywhere. No. It's going to be in exactly the same place as where you left it. And you know it's all going to be secure.
I mean, they're like little, they're jewellery making, like almost like paper clips, aren't they? but especially designed for Jewellery Maker. And I've just literally showcased this on a piece of card. So you can use them for so many different techniques. Same as sometimes when you're gluing, especially your fabrics, and you need it to be held in place. Rather than putting a book on it or something like that, you can use these and use it around the actual edges. You can use it for gosh, so many different things.
And it's the sort of thing that seems so simple. But then when you've got them, you'll be reaching for them all the time.
Yeah.
And then you will think, how did I manage without them before? It just makes life so much easier.
It really does. And you're getting lots of them. There's 12 in a pack as well of your bead stoppers. They are approximately 8mm. They are comfort grip as well, and they're very easy to flex. I'm not putting any pressure there at all. Very, very easy to use. So if you've got dexterity issues, you're not going to have, I shouldn't imagine you'll have any issues with that. If you do, then send them back to us. They should, what did you say? Are they really? Is that what they are? That's amazing. £6.95 for all of these. Once you've got them, if you don't lose them and you look after them, I don't think you'd need ever buy them again.
No, they're not going to wear out, are they?
No, they're not going to wear out. That's true. They're not going to, I've given.
Yeah.
I give in, I've done too much now, I've done too much stopping in my lifetime. They just keep on going. Susan in Cumbria, when you've got these, you wonder how you ever coped without them.
And you will.
Literally took the words out of your mouth.
You will, honestly, you will. Because I didn't have them for a long time. And then when I got them, like I said, I carry them around with me all the time. And I'm always sort of going for them, and they're just brilliant.
And you can use them on any length of chain to actually stop them moving around.
One of the things that I use them with as well is memory wire.
Memory wire,
because if I'm sort of threading on and I want a design, I don't want to sort of tie off the end. Do you want to have a look at that and see how it goes onto that? And it holds on to memory wire, and it just does the same thing again.
So if you're doing that floating, say pearl, my mum's actually got a pearl necklace, which is very similar to this. There's lots of gauges of wire almost, and the pearls are just glued, literally, in different locations. So you would glue them, holding them secure like that.
Because if I'm doing a memory wire necklace, I tend to finish the complete necklace before I do the ends. So one end is always open, the other end I'm working and threading things onto, but the other end is open. So just to pop one of those on, just stops the beads or whatever you're using just flying off.
From cascading everywhere. Wendy in Mid Glamorgan, hi, I got these to make my friend a multi-stranded necklace, and now would be lost without them. Kisses to you as well, Wendy. I can imagine.
Yeah, that's another good point actually. If you're doing a multi-strand necklace, to actually sort of measure them out and hold them up as a finished piece, to put those, clamps all three of them together if you're doing a 3 strands.
That's a really
good
point.
So it helps you sort of in the design process as well.
And I bet it also helps with your wire weaving.
Yeah, because like I say, if you've got sort of gemstones that you're wrapping on, you've got lots of beads on, pop one of those on the end and it's...
There we go.
Yeah.
It helps with your wire weaving. Sometimes you need more pairs of hands.
Yeah.
Help with that.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Tons of you there. Well done to you. £6.95 for your bead stoppers. They're invaluable. Moving on though, because I did say there's lots and lots and lots of brand new ins. We've got stunning star buys. I'm about to bring you a natural opportunity. So 5% of the world's sapphire is actually natural, untreated, unenhanced, not Fisher filled in any way, shape or form. We're about to bring you one of those tiny, tiny, tiny percentage, one of those wonderful opportunities. It's a star buy. You're going to absolutely love it. It's coming your way. Just be on your toes. I did say earlier on that it's going to be all different budgets, all different affordabilities, high-end gemstone strands throughout the entirety of the show. Welcome back, everybody. So nice to have your company this morning. The quality of your strand that you're about to see is just incredible. 30 carats of that tiny percentage. 95% of the world's sapphire undergoes some kind of treatment, and that's absolutely fine. Even our royal engagement ring, that infamous royal engagement ring, has undergone some form of treatment. We believe, and we're not 100% sure, but we believe it has actually been diffused, the royal engagement ring, which is valued at a 6-figure price tag. Now, obviously, there's a history history behind that as well, but the quality of the gemstone as well. To say that you own natural sapphire is something not to be underestimated at all. Please, please, please don't underestimate that for 1 second. It's very, very, very rare, and very few jewelers out there will actually say, oh, this is natural sapphire, this has actually been fissure filled, this has been heat treated. We will always, on your graphics, we will always tell you about the treatments, hopefully talk to you about what actually undergoes during that treatment process or not, as this case may be. Instantaneously, we have got jewellery makers on the phone lines, and can you just remind me again, Kim, because I've got so much to sort of retain throughout the course of this morning, so much coming to our jewellery makers. Can you just remind me the scale of this star buy? And how many have we got? Okay, bigger quantity. If you missed out on the emerald, I'm awfully sorry. I've got a bigger quantity here. We've got just under 200 of these available, brand new Premier. The various shades, so you've got cashmere blues to your salon blues, different locations which are famed for different colours, from midnight intense to your cornflower blues, whichever be your preference, even white sapphire within this stunning strand at a super, super, super affordable price tag. Rondelles, exquisite luster. I mean, look at that intensity of colour. You would almost expect it to be heat treated, and you would certainly expect it to be fissure filled. Not the case, not this morning. Sapphire is a gemstone which comes in a spectrum of colours. It can be green, it can be orange, it can be pink, it can be your blue. It can also come in this very crisp white colour, all very much sought after, all equally desired, and all usually of this quality at a more considered price tag. However, is the 1st of December, the first of our calendar month, leading up to the festivities of Christmas. We're going to bring you outstanding deal upon deal to own some of the finest and some of the, well, specifically from that 5% of the world's sapphire being non-treated is exciting, and I hope you do share that excitement as myself and certainly all of the crew here, recognising the rarity of this opportunity. Felicity does, Jacqueline does, Joan does, Deborah does, another Jacqueline does, Caroline does, Tracy does, plus others on the phone lines. I can't quite see all of your names as of yet, but you're going to be elated when you get this home. I mean, the colours that you see, I mean, isn't that not just the perfect sort of salon sapphire blue? And then at the top here, you've got more of a cashmere tone. So you've got the midnights leading into the softer, more baby blue powders. Neither are more valuable than the other. It's all down to personal preference. It's very, very, very rare to have sapphire which has got transparency. You've certainly got transparency here running through the gemstones, because you wouldn't see then the internal glow, even with the very dark midnight sapphires, which, because they are that darker colour, I suppose, often and can sometimes look completely and utterly opaque. Not the case on this strand. Beautiful quality, faceted to perfection. We have got a little bit of a queue on the phone lines. Thank you so much for your patience, and you will be successful, and it's worth the time that you are investing, and it is merely the time rather than the cost of the call that you are investing. Well done to every single one of you. Hand on heart, if you're a sapphire lover, if you're a sapphire baby like myself, born in the month of September, then get this home, because you're going to be treating yourself to an exquisite suite of jewellery for the entire strand. And there's 18 centimetres. There's a lot of sapphire on here as well in the variations of shades. Should be £24.95. Not today, not on our wash. We're going to bring it to you, lowest ever price tag. Louisa, Hilary, Yvonne, Greater London, Felicity, we've done it. Well done to East Sussex. New buyers, you're there. Multi buyers as well. £20, £19.95 more specifically for natural sapphire. The majority of the world, I know I keep repeating it, but it makes me want to pinch myself. I'm lucky enough to own sapphire. I was gifted sapphire for my 21st birthday. I've bought myself sapphire as well, but I know that those have actually undergone fissure filling. I know they have, and that's absolutely fine. That doesn't make it any less special to me, but it does most certainly mean that it's not within that 5% category, the rarity, I suppose, of that 5% category. Every single one of you that is on the phone lines, every single one of you that is with me on the web, and multi-buying or not, whichever it is, you know, I understand obviously affordabilities. Treat yourself. If you're in a position to do so and you love sapphire, then there is no finer opportunity than right here, right now. Big reductions for the 1st of December, the first of your calendar month, 30 carats of natural sapphire. I mean, which is your favourite, the cashmere or the salon blues?
Oh, I don't know. I love all of them equally, I think.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
It's very hard to say because they're all so beautiful and stunning.
I personally love, and I think it's merely because, well, I say merely, my mum wears salon sapphire, so I love those kind of baby blue colours because it reminds me of my mum. So my personal preference would be the sort of soft cornflower blue. Yeah. But I know what you're saying. I love the cashmeres as well. Yeah, the cashmere tones are stunning. Just amazing. Loads of you there. This would look incredible with your outfit, by the way.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Go beautiful with your outfit. Marjorie, beautiful. Agnes, well done to you. Cheshire, Phil, you've done it. Hello to you, Helen and Sharon and Anne-Marie. Well done to you, Irene in County Antrim, Margaret in Cheshire, you've done it. Catherine in North Hampshire, Louisa. I've got Margaret in Cornwall. Hello to you, Roy Sin. Hello to you, Devon. Hello to you, Daisy. So many of you getting involved, and there is still opportunities, and I do think this is going to be, again, one of those sellouts, certainly throughout the course of the day. If you're watching on the repeats, never let that deter you. Make the phone call, ask the question. It might just be a case that they doesn't get checked out of someone's basket for whatever reason, or a card doesn't go through. I don't know, it's worth asking the question. I would literally not let this slip through my fingers, just because you've got, it's covering so many different tones of blues, because sapphire does come in so many different colours, and blue is probably the most recognised. But you've got your royal engagement blue, and then you've also got that wonderful soft salon sapphire blue, you know, the sort of more cornflower tones, which I absolutely adore. Well done to every single one of you. I mean, this restranded like so would be just amazing, but it needn't be that gem heavy. Brand new, well done. Stay where you are. Lowest ever price point. Incredible. Well done, well done, well done. Now, which one? Oh my goodness. Spinel. Oh. Brand new. Golden coloured spinel. You know, when you take a gemstone as lustrous as spinel, there is just no diminishing its lustre and its sparkle. It just can't be done. It refuses. It refuses to sparkle. It refuses not to sparkle, sorry. This is brand new. 55 carats of your golden coloured coated black spinel. Look at those tones. Just amazing. You've got kind of mulberry tones coming through. Flashes of gold. They're big spinels as well.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Really beautiful. I'd love to see these alongside black spinels.
Yeah.
I'd love to see these alongside black spinels. They'd be amazing. These alongside your sunstone, which is coming up a little bit later on, brand new strand, would be stunning as well. These alongside your kit as well, Jan.
Yeah. That would look fabulous.
Would just be incredible. I mean, look at the combination of your sunstone along with your golden coloured black spinel.
But like you say, the sparkle from it, it's coated, but there's no denying that it's spinel, because you've got that real sparkle
really
to
see,
it.
can't you?
You were right when you said that it refuses not to sparkle.
It does.
It's still shouting, I'm spinel.
I'm spinel. It does. I think so as well. Yeah. If you coat it, if you leave it in its rough formation, it's always going to have that amazing, silky, dramatic luster. There's no gemstone quite like it in my eyes. Brand new premiere opportunity. They're big solitaires. You only need one of these, maybe on a pair of shepherd hooks, and you've got an exquisite pair of earrings. It's a 16 centimetre strand, and they are ever so slightly graduated. As you can see, they go from 5 up to 6 millimetre in the centre. centre so you can choose your sizes. Faceted 360 degrees, and you just think about how much this is going to complement within your stash. I mean, it's going to pick out golds, it's going to pick out honey tones that look amazing with your sunstone, look amazing with your emeralds, look incredible with your opal, look incredible with your Botswana, look incredible with your Larimar. I don't think there's a gemstone that won't complement this. Yeah, spinel, it is one of the most sparkly, and I always call it the seductive gemstone. This is why there's no way of dampening down that wonderful sparkle. Now it should be coming your way. Really? $8.95?
No. Oh,
it's going to be on and gone. Have we got enough of these, Kim? 36. Oh. It pains me. It really does, because I would like 360 of these right now. I really, really would. 36 at $5.95. How long? I think we could time this from the point it sells out. 36 is not nearly going to be enough. Pavinda, you've done it. Berkshire, you've done it. Hillary, you've done it. I've got Sharon, Wendy, Janet, Helen, Margaret. Well done to you. All checking out straight away. Wendy, you've just checked out. Patricia, Carol's there. Hamida in Bristol. Merseyside, I can't keep up now. There's tons and tons and tons of you. It's going to sell out. We've got people buying 4s, and why wouldn't you? $5.95 for spinel. This is not small. They're not tiny, tiny, tiny individual gemstones. They're big solitaires.
And they're beautiful. That's a crazy price.
36, on and gone. But again, if you're watching on the repeats, then please do give it a try. I certainly would. If you're with us on the web, do check out. Don't leave it in those baskets. Tracy, Carol, you've done it. Well done. It's as good as gone. It is as good as gone. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Moving on to, excuse me snuffling by the way, I'm a bit snuffly today. Box number 2 from 9 o'clock. Oh, I love this. You're going to love this, Jan.
Can't wait.
We've brought this, haven't we? Haven't we bought this before, Kim?
Oh, I know
Once.
what you've got. Yeah.
Have we not? I've seen it. Oh, okay, I haven't. Maybe I haven't seen it. Oh.
I spotted it in the...
Did you spot it?
In the boxes earlier, yeah.
We've got
I was
over
having a
100
look.
of these. We're talking high-end. High-end pieces of jewellery. There are 37 individually faceted spinels in this clasp. This with just a simple strand of pearls. This with any of your high-end gemstones. It's what we call a box clasp, which is arguably one of the most secure, and I'll tell you why. It's the mechanics of it basically, but let me show it to you first. So this is a box clasp. There's all of your spinels, the 37 of them, which have been faceted and pave set to give you that amazing, amazing luster. Turn it on the profile so you can actually see just how substantial and the quality of finish of your sterling silver. I'm even going to turn this over so you can actually see the comfort setting on the back. We didn't have to invest all of that sterling silver onto the back. However, we wouldn't want it to then look ugly on the underside. We want that continued beauty all the way through. Now, a box clasp goes like so. So you squeeze these the mechanics together, and I'm gonna have to bring this closer to me for 1 minute. Can I just, yeah, 1 sec. You squeeze them together and then push and pull apart. So pull it apart to separate, like this. I just had to help. Because it's not attached to anything, it's a bit trickier for me. But when you've actually got it attached to a piece of jewellery, you'll find it a lot easier. So there's the tongue and groove. You can see it's like a little tongue and groove. It's got a little ledge, like a little, almost like a doorstop. Pop it in together and click, and it's closed. Then you just press it again, and that's how it's released. Stunning quality. This is high-end pieces of jewellery here. High-end pieces of jewellery can be used in a necklace, can be used in a bracelet. I mean, what would you use them for, Jan? Are you agreeing with me?
Yeah, for me, it would be a pearl necklace, and that would be on the front of a piece.
Yeah.
I'd sort of make an asymmetric design and have that
to one side because that is just beautiful.
It's going to hold a lot of weight as well, carat weight. So if you want to really invest in the carat weight of your jewellery, it doesn't have to be a single strand. You could put, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many rows, because you have got the actual engineering, and that's not a word you often use with jewellery, but engineering and craftsmanship of this clasp, and it is engineering.
Yeah. But for me, with clasps like this, before I've sort of put them on a chain and as a pendant, and the little section that you take out that connects them together, put a little bit of tassel of maybe some other gemstones, and then you can have the spinel pendant on its own as a round, or you can sort of clip in that thing and you've got other gemstones hanging from it.
Love that. Oh, so you like
use
have
that as the pendant.
A multi-wear style necklace. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Fabulous. 36 points of black spinel. It's a 10mm box clasp, and box clasp is referring to the fact that it has got, you know, the tongue groove, I suppose, which inserts into it. It's obviously a circular clasp, but the box part is this bit here that we're referring to. It is without shadow of doubt one of the most luxurious clasps that we commission for here at Jewellery Maker. And if you went into any jewellers, if you look at the high-end pieces, you know, your big pearl necklaces, your diamond necklaces, I mean, they will have quality clasps like this. We've got a text message coming in from Angelique. Hello to you, my lovely. Morning, everyone. Eleanor, Jan and Kim. Love your work, Jan. Eleanor, the spinel clasp is gorgeous with the coated spinel before. It would be stunning. Oh, yeah. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be amazing. With tanzanite, with your sapphire earlier on, with your emerald earlier on, high-end gemstone strands, lots of you there. We have got quantity of this, which is really exciting. I've never brought this to your screens previously before. Luxurious class, one I would certainly want to be selfish with and keep hold of for myself. Yeah, this with some black spinel. How elegant would that be? This with classic pearls, so it would look amazing with the actual kit that's coming up a little bit later on. Kathleen, Catherine, Marjorie, Justine, hello to you. Jackie, hello to you. Sussex, hello to you. Isabel, Yorkshire, Hertfordshire, Lynn in Dorset, you're with me as well. There's a lot of craftsmanship that goes into engineering a piece of jewellery like this. You can see the stamping there on the back. You can see the quality and the actual finish. I'm deliberately turning this around so you can see the engineering of it. When it's attached to a piece of jewellery, which obviously I wouldn't recommend holding on to the actual whatever you attach it to. Try and get it as close to the clasp as possible because it is very secure. You can hold on to the pave setting. You squeeze down on the little sort of doorstop wedge, and then to put it back in you have to get a certain amount of force, but it's really secure and real quality. Well done to you, Andrina, Joyce, Lorraine in Manchester, buying 4 of these. Dawn in Powys, Mary in Warwickshire, Isabel, you're with me as well. Mary in Warwickshire, you've got yours. Congratulations to you. I mean, you would, and again, if you are commissioning jewellery or you're selling your jewellery, I mean, this, you've got faceted gemstones in the clasp as well. That luxury and that, and certainly the price tag should replicate and should emulate the investment. And just because we're bringing it to you at $14.95, that's no reflection of the true value or worth, is it?
No, and that's one thing I'd say about sort of Jewellery Maker prices. Some people use formulas when they're selling to work out sort of how much they're going to sell it on for, you know, a finished piece of jewellery. But you can't do that with Jewellery Maker prices. Because
that's true.
Because the prices are so good.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, and a clasp like that is going to add value to a piece instantly.
100%. It really is. We've got a triple figure quantity, but many of you there, and at least 50% of you are choosing to buy more than one of these because we don't get to bring them every single day. I mean, how beautiful will this be? Let me just pop it on the back of my hand for just for a moment. How beautiful would this be with, I don't know, tanzanite like so? The first kit that we brought you would be stunning, wouldn't it? It would have been stunning with that. How amazing would this be with the Larimar, the biggest Larimar that I've ever seen? So you're going to want that security. You're going to want that security. The biggest Larimar hearts, drop shapes. We're going to need a secure clasp to support that carat weight. The same with your sunstone. Just amazing. These are all coming up a little bit later on. Now's the time to grab hold of your box clasp, including how many faceted round brilliant cut spinels? 37, wasn't it? 37 round brilliant cut faceted spinels. Albertha, Lorraine, Alison, Angela, Christine, you've done it. Well done to you. Elaine, Isabel. I need to move on in the essence of time. Congratulations to you, because now it's time for us to show off your fabulous creations, and do keep them coming in. If you've never sent anything into the into the Wall of Fame, we'll keep everything crossed for you, because you know what? If you do, you might just win some Jewellery Maker readies. Amazing. Do you know what I love? The first two pictures we've got screams Christmas.
Yeah, look at them.
Do you love Christmas?
I love Christmas.
Me too.
So excited.
Me too. One of our colleagues here, she started with a Christmas tree. She puts a Christmas tree in every single room.
Oh.
Jackie Wilkes, she does a Christmas tree in every single room. Every room. I don't know if I can be bothered with that, but I do love Christmas. I do love Christmas. Yeah, and these are very festive, aren't they? Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
I don't mind. Shall I go first?
You go first, my
This is a beautiful set. This is 367, and this is from Suzanne. And Suzanne says, "Hi all, hope everyone is well. My entry this week is 3 Tahitian pearls from your good selves. I've used very small disco ball spacers and star bead caps. Both sterling silver. Loving the shows, and good luck to all on Wednesday." And that's from Suzanne. And look at those.
Wow.
How beautiful they are.
We were talking about that, Jan, weren't we? We were basically saying Tahitian pearls, simple, classic designs like so.
Beautiful.
I hope you get that valued. I know it costs money to get something valued, but I hope you do.
That's worth it.
It certainly is worth it. 376. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous festive angels as well on the side. Comes from Julianne and Helen. Hello to you. Hello, please see attached our Wall of Fame entry this week. It's our table at a Christmas fair in North Cornwall. There is some jewellery and a tree of life and dream catchers, all using gems from JM. We also introduced a new line of wool fairies, which also had gems in their hair or on their dresses. We were glad to be inside the building and not in the outdoor marquee. If we had been in the marquee, there would have been a magical flying rainbow fairies, because the wind was so bad. Oh dear. Best of luck to everybody. Hello to everyone in the studio. And that's Julianne and Helen. Lovely. Julianne and Helen, stunning piece, and I love those fairies. They're beautiful.
Excuse me. This is 375. Look how beautiful they are.
Yeah,
the
incredible.
quality of those pearls. And this is from Janet in Norfolk. And Janet says, my entry is a pair of earrings made to look like traditional Christmas tree baubles. They are made from shocking pink cultured potato pearls and silver-plated copper star end head pins and earring hooks. All except the crystal rondelles are from JM. They are absolutely beautiful.
Love that colour as well. They do look like Christmas baubles.
They do, don't they?
I've got some fantastic macrame work here, which is number 373, and it comes from Diane Hughes in Tamworth. Good morning to all at JM. This week's entry is a channel set paracord and faceted hematite bracelet made after learning this simple but effective technique on Mark Smith's 2-day workshop last week. I made it for my son and he loves it. Spent far too much lately, so a win would be good. Looking forward to the JM Christmas party on Thursday, and that's Diane in Tamworth, just up the road. Diane, wonderful. And sorry, paracord, not I said macrame, didn't I? Paracord. You're number 373.
This is 374. And this is a beautiful necklace, and this is from June. I don't know where June is. And June says, "Hi all at JM. This is my entry for the Wall of Fame. It's a rosary link necklace made from red tiger's eye links, and findings are made with rose gold plated wire, all from wonderful JM. Thanks for the inspirational shows and all the laughs along the way." And that's from June. June, that is beautiful. That's a piece I would wear every day.
100%. Well, you're wearing something very similar now, aren't you? I've got number 371. Look at this for a design. I love that shape. And it comes from Roberta in Hampshire. Roberta Young, hello to you. And she says, "Good morning. These curtain tie backs are my first attempt at chainmail. Wow. I made all the jump rings in 1mm antique copper wire and used shell pearl to finish off. I made a kumihimo braid using zari thread as an accent. All items are from JM. I wish all the waffers the best of luck, but especially me, as I've been a bit extravagant this month. Thanks for all the great shows, and that's Roberta in Hampshire. Fabulous. I'd wear that as a necklace.
I was going to say
I'd wear that as a necklace, not just a curtain tie.
That's beautiful.
Amazing.
This is 372. This beautiful bracelet, and this is from Trisha in Allendale. And Trisha says, please find attached my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. Chainmail and Mystic Rose Quartz Heart Charm Bracelet. Hope you like it. I love it, I think it's beautiful.
Really do.
Beautiful.
Fabulous chainmail there, Trisha. One of my favourite gemstones. I've got number 370, and look at this design. Really showed off beautifully with matching earrings. It comes from Michelle Rathbone in Dunford, and she says, hi Jewellery Maker, this week's Wall of Fame is a necklace inspired by Jan, using silver-plated wire and peridot, all from Jewellery Maker. I made this for a special friend for Christmas who loves both peridot and teddy bears, and they're in the earrings. I hope she won't be watching, as I have now managed to get her addicted to JM. Best wishes to the newest arrival, Freddie, and also to Lucy, Drew and Charlie. And that's from Michelle Rathbone in Dunford. Well, hopefully, Michelle, your best friend's not watching right now, right this moment. Otherwise, she knows what she's getting for Christmas. But fabulous piece, 370.
And this is 369, and this is from Joe. And Joe says, this is a coated quartz and hematite that are sold already. Well done. The village fair was yesterday. I really wanted it myself, but it would be a bit much for walking the dogs. I don't know. I think that'd be quite nice, walking the dogs.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd wear that walking the dogs.
Definitely.
It's beautiful and well done.
That would be way more glam than I look walking the dogs. I look horrific when I walk the dogs. Anyway, I've got, oh look, someone's been very busy. Number 368, and it comes from, let me see, Donna Turner from Stafford, and she says, hi all at JM, here are my macrame bracelets that I have made using your lovely satin cord. The colours are fab. I'm hoping they sell well at our Christmas fair in December, as the proceeds will be going to 2 charities, children and young adults with type 1 diabetes and medical detection dogs. Kind regards, and that's from Donna in Stafford. Well, very good luck to you, Donna, and I'm sure they will sell very, very well. I'm very thoughtful of you as well. Number 368. Now, we've got so much more to bring you, of course. Brand new strand of Larimar, which is very, very exciting. Beautiful opal. More bundles. I'm just going to dash that way. We're back with you shortly.
Okay.
Back with you very shortly, because we've got stunning pieces of designs, and I'll just give you a tease as I walk past. The lovely Amelia, everybody, the lovely Amelia, there she is. Sorry, Amelia. I try and squeeze you in shot as quickly as I can. Now, can I just show you that Larimar? Larimar is a one location. Is that what you said? Sorry, Kimbo. It's a one locational gemstone, so only from the Dominican Republic, and there is no way of us determining how much is actually under the ground. The reason for that is because Larimar forms in seams, and those seams are very unpredictable. So, for example, they can go any direction, and they can just stop at any one time. So it's not like most gemstones where you can sort of, for example, tanzanite, we can say, okay, you've got probably about 10 years remaining of mining with this gemstone. Larimar, who knows? So definitely get it as soon as you can. It is sizable. They are the biggest individual gemstones that I've ever seen of Larimar. Totally and utterly natural. It's coming up at about 11 o'clock today. You can see that gorgeous, gorgeously intense blue. I love it. It's what it is. It's my favourite Larimar that I've ever seen, to be honest, because you don't see sizes like that, and it's just amazing. So do be selfish with this. It's coming up a little bit later on, but so much more to bring you. Of course, your designer inspiration coming up after this very, very short break.
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Welcome back, everyone. Lovely to have your company. And by the way, pinch and a punch and all that. First of the month. Happy December. Loving the deals that are coming your way, and we are bringing you really exciting Advent deals also. Snow White. I don't think it could be any more appropriate. Do you, Jan?
No.
The name of this kit.
Perfectly named.
It is.
It's beautiful.
Delicious. Satin, crisp whites, just beautiful spherical shell pearls, unique opportunity to get hold of these stunning shell pearl cabochons as well. Never seen them before. They're amazing, aren't they?
They're great,
They
aren't
make
they?
fabulous earrings or well, anything, ring, pendant, because they are sizable enough. You're getting 4 of those within this kit. And of course, multiple strands. Well, we'll get to those in just a minute because I want to show you the 2 spools of wire that you're getting here. Just going to take this off here so you can actually see the texture that you get of this gauge, because they are, it's your copper wire, your silver coloured copper wire, but it's also the twisted. So earlier on you saw the gold. This is the silver colour, and you're getting 2 various gauges. One is 0.6, one is 0.5. Now, just to clarify, because I know that there is a bit of a confusion on the website. So the 0.5 also shows on our website, I think, as 0.4. That's because it's 0.4 and it's sorry, my spool says 0.5. We had this earlier on, Kimbo. It's basically because of the twist. We think it's because of the twist. So you've got the 0.5 and then other areas will be 0.4. Do you see what I mean? With the actual twist, because it is square coloured wire. When you get it home though, so you've got the 2 different gauges. When you've got 2 different gauges, the 0.6 is this one here, so it's ever so slightly thicker. It works beautifully in, oh, well, you wait till you see the designs that Jan has created. And it's just a different texture. You couldn't just take our normal coloured wire and hammer it to create this. No. Because it's the angles that you get within this.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it, with normal? And it's a consistent twist to it as well.
Yeah.
So you get that consistent pattern all the way through it.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
It's more of a square shape and then twisted. Yeah. Hence why there's a slight differentiation in sort of the sizes. But yeah, you've got 0.4 and 0.6 millimeter here, so you can really use these with one another beautifully. So you're getting 2 spools of those, and there's 10 meters on each of those spools. Then let's bring you your shell pearls. Jan was just saying to me, you've never had a kit where it's all been shell pearl.
No, I don't. These are my first kit.
And if you haven't, then I don't think anybody has.
But it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
It is stunning, isn't it? I love the faceted.
Yeah.
The faceted shell pearls. Big sizes, and you've got right the way up to these 14 millimeter shell pearls. They certainly look like 14 millimeter. Let's have a little look, see if I can see. Yeah, 14 millimeter shell pearls. Then you've got 8mm and also your 6mm. So 3 exquisite strands. Look how they capture and sparkle. These would make beautiful snowmen, wouldn't they?
They would. That'd be great for that. You could make snowmen earrings.
Little snowmen earrings, yeah, absolutely.
They are really beautiful. And whatever you've got in your stash, these are going to go with.
They would.
Whatever you've got.
They really would. I mean, that spinel earlier on would look amazing. Beautiful. Would look incredible. Emerald, yeah, because it's got that crisp white body colour. We're not done yet, though, because we've got more. As I said earlier on, first time I've ever seen these. I'm just going to have to lay those a little bit further back off my hand. The cabochons are stunning. They're 30mm. Sorry, 20mm, I beg your pardon. You are getting 4 of them. I can't physically hold them all. Should we be getting... Is it 4? Oh no, it's 5. I beg your pardon. There was another one. I'm going to have to put those shell pearls down because I can't physically hold them all. So let's pop these all in my hand. You're getting 5 in total, not 4. I beg your pardon. So that's 2 pairs of earrings and a pendant, or a pair of earrings, a pendant, a ring, and then maybe gift one. They're stunning, aren't they? And they've got that flat back. So can you see? They've got that flat back, so perfect for anchoring onto, and also a little drill hole.
They've got a little drill hole in the back.
So that little drill hole you can use with your hyper cement, can't you?
Yep, it's perfect for that. And I actually use that in the ring that I've made, just as a bit of added security.
Added extra security. Yeah, they're stunning. Absolutely love them. I've never seen them before. I've never ever seen them before. If I can just literally take a couple of these off, just because I'm struggling to really show them off, I think, to the full potential. Just imagine one of those as a ring, and that's what you've done, Jan. You've just used one of them as a solitaire ring. So amazing. And very crisp white colour. We've got one of the made-up rings. And Jan, yeah, I love this ring as well, Kim. Kim's saying she loves the ring. And the earrings I love. In fact, I love every single piece that Jan's made, but I would certainly wear that ring on a daily basis.
But like you say, they are really crisp, but they've also got that pearlescence as well, so you've still got that sort of, those other colours there as well. They're beautiful.
Yeah, the pearlescence. So you do actually get like a spectrum of colours, don't you, across it, and you can see the reflection of its the surroundings within this too. It's the first time I've ever seen an entire shell pearl kit, and like we were saying, Jan, if you've not had one, I don't know if anyone has them for that matter. Snow White is so entirely apt for the name of this kit. I think it's beautifully elegant. Perfect for bridal jewellery if you love to make bridal jewellery, or you know somebody who's got the winter wedding. A friend of mine, she owns a salon which I go to, and she's very into a vintage design. It's a very quirky salon, I love it. But when you go in, she's always got jazz on in the background, whether you're a jazz lover or not. It's more the environment, I suppose. Yeah. And she's got fabulous sort of replica chandeliers, you know, replica chandeliers, which she's got. They're not genuine pearls. They're not shell pearls or cultured pearls, but she's got pearls draped in these chandeliers that look amazing. I mean, I can imagine these sort of cascading out of a I don't know, a jewellery box and just looking fabulous.
They are so beautiful. They're just amazing. I mean, everybody knows that I love pearls. I mean, I'm passionate about pearls. Yeah. But I love shell pearl as well, because you've got that same sort of connection with the shell pearl.
Of course you have.
Because I just think it's so beautiful.
And please don't ever think that, oh, okay, I need to explain the difference between shell pearl and a culture pearl. I know many of our existing customers and jewellery makers already know this, but I don't want anyone to think that these are synthetic, because they're not synthetic pearls. These are not plastic. We would never do that. We only ever bring you genuine gemstones here at Jewellery Maker. So these are reconstituted. So basically what that means is we've taken shell, which is of course an organic matter, which is then ground down into a very fine powder, reconstituted and shaped into the perfect shape or faceting shape that you've got here. So they're formed basically, but they are, without shadow of a doubt, totally organic. It is one of Mother Nature's product. It's just actually been pre-formed. This gorgeous gemstone, though, if you love regimental shape, if you don't like your pearls to be distorted, if you don't like any blemishes, then this is a fabulous alternative. It's everything that a culture pearl aspires to be. We've got a suggestion rather, from Michelle in County Durham, who says those 14mm shell pearls would look fabulous as a bauble on a Christmas tree. Oh, not my idea, my mum's. Yeah, they would be, because they're big enough, aren't they?
They're beautiful, and they sparkle as well, because they've got that sort of like faceted edge to. Oh, they're just beautiful.
I want to see these on the Christmas table.
Oh, they'd look great, wouldn't they? On a fireplace as well, sort of like in a swag. They'd look really lovely.
They'd be incredible. They'd be amazing. I bought myself, and I said about it yesterday, 2 beautiful crystal candlesticks holders, and I want to decorate them with gemstones. These would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. You could just literally tie them around, couldn't you?
And the candlelight sort of bouncing from
there. Yeah, lovely. Love it, love it, love it. Don't forget you get the wire as well. Should be £32.70. That's where we should be. However, for the first time that I've ever seen shell pearl cabochons, and you're getting 5 of those, 2 spools, so it's 20 metres of your twisted wire, and your 14mm, your 8mm, and your 6mm rounds in your shell pearl with all of that gorgeous sparkle. Not £32.70 today, £17.95. Wow. How many have we got of these, Kim? Because I want to buy it. Oh, we had 73. 20 have already gone. Had 73, 20 have already gone. I'm not surprised.
No, that's
How easy would it be? And I'm being very, very, very basic to just tie some of these round napkins.
Yeah, that's all you would do. I mean, if you've got elastic, just tie them as like a stretchy bracelet.
Yeah.
But just use them as napkin rings.
Oh, that's amazing.
They're beautiful.
I want to get this kit.
I
want to get 2 of these kits actually, because I've got 9 coming. I've got 9 coming. In fact, I'd need more than that, wouldn't I? But it's fine, because after Christmas Day, they're not going to be just disposed of. I could say, right, we'll take them. You can keep them as stretchy bracelets. Yep. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Your napkin rings are actually pieces of jewellery. Yep. Oh, I want to do that. I want to do that.
They are beautiful. And what I will say is the wire goes through all of them. Both of the gauges of wire goes through all of the
and your elastic, would your elastic go through this as well?
Yeah, no problem. I mean, if the 0.6 wire will go through, then the elastic...
Then the elastic definitely will. Oh, stunning. Now, we had 73, but I can see rows and rows and rows of you there. And I've got multi-buyers there too as well. Maybe some of you are thinking the same as me. You just love to see them on the Christmas table. And if you are a wire work extraordinaire, you'll be able to make much more elaborate napkin rings or whatever than I would. I don't confess myself to be a very talented jewellery maker, so therefore I would be really keeping it simple, but it doesn't have to be. And you know, for those of you that are I don't know, at basic level or intermediate level, like myself, then certainly never be afraid to use quality gemstones like this.
No. I mean, the necklaces that I've made, they're not sort of you know, you don't have to be a proficient wire worker to be able to make them. You know, they're quite sort of at a basic level. But if you didn't want to use the wire, you wanted to keep that in your stash, and you wanted to just simply rethread the other strands, then they would look beautiful as well, just on their own.
Guess what? Gone.
Not surprised.
I don't blame you. I would have been on that as well. I'd have pounced on that one if I was sat at home. So I don't blame you at all. Not one little bit. Do you know what? These look amazing with it too. Oh, just to add that little sparkle. They are your silver-plated brass. They'll make your gemstones go that little bit further as well. So maybe you're thinking, like myself, you'll think, oh yeah, that'd be amazing for napkin rings. Or I like, well, my decorations of my Christmas tree, and you'll see it soon enough as well, is in white. Is white and silver. So I mean, these two together as a combination then on the table would be just stunning. And then pieces of jewellery after.
Beautiful. If you make beady beads with those little beads and put them in between those beads, they would look gorgeous. Gorgeous.
600 you get within a tube. They are your 3mm size. And again, going back to what Jan was pointing out, if I turn it like so, you can see just how substantial the drill holes are. So leather goes through these. Your elastic goes through these. Pretty much any cord will actually go through your silver-plated seed beads like this, because and I love them just restranded like so, and maybe created into sort of a stacker-style bracelet. But every single time we bring them on air, every single guest designer will say, "Oh, they don't seem to go down."
I was just about to say that actually. Yeah.
They don't seem to go down.
I mean, we've been on the show and you've seen people make like 9. I've made 9, 10 pieces of jewellery, and shown that I've not even used half of them. You know, they go on. They seem to go on forever. They obviously don't, but they seem that way because they just go on for such a long time.
I totally get that. And this is the way I've turned it like this and think, well, just count how many's on that bottom layer, and that's just one layer. And you're going to, often, I mean, you might use lots and lots and lots of them in any one piece, but they don't seem to actually go down at all, which they obviously do. But yeah, they are invaluable, and they're a great way of padding out your gemstones. They're beautiful in their own individual, in their own right. They'll look amazing with the kit just. We've already got jewellery makers on the phone lines. Seed beading as well, if you want to get into the seed beading design, then we have got DVDs available on our website as well. There's various different techniques, but you can use these as spacers. You can use these as an alternative to your gemstones. Let's bring that price tag in for you. We're very busy already. Should be coming your way at £12.95. 600 seed beads. How about single figure price tag? Single figure price tag. These with your pearls just £9.95, and then you still haven't paid £30. If you bought this with the kit just, you still haven't paid £30. Is that including your postage and packaging? Let me see, just over with your postage and packaging. And I mean, that's a lot of pieces of jewellery there.
There's a lot, and the thing is, for me, I would probably get a couple of those, put them in my stash, and then you've got them for your kumihimo. I mean, Prue makes some beautiful sort of kumihimo pieces. She would add these into them. They're great for just sort of bulking out, making your gemstones go further, using them as a spacer. There's just so much you can do with them, and they'll fit in with any medium as well that you're doing.
They do, don't they? And they're real quality. What I love about our seed beads is you can't see any join in them.
No, they're brilliant.
There's no join or sort of line, if you know what I mean. So, like, you know, sometimes when you look at Christmas baubles and you can see the line where the bauble's been joined, you don't get that with the quality of our seed beads. They are very consistent. They are perfectly spherical. Tons and tons and tons of you there, and you could incorporate it into any of the designs that Jan has created for you here. Now, these are gem heavy, Jan. The big statement looks, beautiful, beautiful pieces. We're all in love with this ring. And you're going to tell me that's one of the most simple techniques, aren't you?
It is.
I don't believe you though. Because look how beautiful that is.
I wasn't actually going to demo that, but I could demo it if you want me to.
Amazing. And then you've got these as well, the floral.
Yeah. Just loved it. And that's the wire gizmos, again, because you've got that sort of that faceted edge to it, you get a really lovely effect when you gizmo with it.
A lot of sparkle from that wire, don't you?
Lots of sparkle.
Lots and lots of sparkle. So what is it you're going to be demonstrating?
I was going to show the little flower section here. Just so that I've just done this one actually really, really, really quickly. It's about 10 minutes. So what we're going to show is just how to make this little cradle.
Lovely.
That the actual shell pearl will sit into.
Yeah.
So you make that flower.
Love that.
Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the 0.6.
Okay, so the thicker gauge wire.
Thicker gauge. Actually, I'm going to do it a bit shorter just so I don't poke out in the eye.
That's all right. I can step this way a little bit.
I don't want to poke you in the eye. So what we need to do first is make the circle pretty much how we did with the when we sort of sat the what am I saying now? Tanzanite.
Yes.
Earlier.
Yeah.
When we did
you did that little nest.
Yeah. So we're sort of starting off in the same way. But I've used my ring mandrel, and I found the first size on the ring mandrel, size G, was just the right size for the little cage thing. So what you're going to do is wrap it around a couple of times. Obviously, you'd need a longer piece of wire, but don't worry if you can only work with shorter pieces because you can add into them. So wrap around 3 or 4 times, then take the excess again, as we did before, and wrap it around just to secure it. So that's not going to go anywhere. And now you know that that's going to fit just nicely on your shell pearl there.
Yep.
Okay. So now what we need to do, we need to sort of start creating the flower shapes. So what I did is, again,
it's lovely and soft, this wire as well. I can see how soft it is.
It is. It's really lovely to work with. So what we're going to do is just straighten it out as you go along. And what I'm going to do is pop that through. It's coming out on this side, so I'm going to go back in through the other side to make that petal shape. But before you pull that tight, just pop in the ring mandrel or whatever it is that you're using, just to get that nice
petal
shape there. Okay. And then what we need to do is hold that in place, flicking that all over the place, and then wrap it. So just hold that in place and wrap it. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to do the larger petal. So that's the shape of it there. Okay, that's the first one. And then the second one, what we're going to do, we're going to do a smaller one. So each one that we do, each big one that you do a smaller one. So I've used again the orange mandrel and just wrapped around so we've got that smaller shape there. Okay,
yeah.
So we've got 2. And again, just wrap it around. And then what you need to do, you need to continue with that all the way around until you're happy that you sort of, you know, that it's full. But you also need to sort of create the little prong setting sections, which are here. So we've got 3. We've got 3 there that's going to actually hold in the cabochon into place. So as I was going around, I made a few petals, and then when we come to the part to make the actual prong set, just straighten out your wire, and then take some pliers, and then what we need to do is just sort of gauge how far you sort of want the prong to be, and then you just bend that back so you've got
literally
that
right back on itself.
just right back on itself, and then hold it in place and again wrap around. So what you're going to do then is continue to do that all the way around. So you want that sort of to stay nice and tight, and then you can squeeze that together, and that will come forward, and that will be ready then to hold in the gemstone. But then all I would do then is I'd continue around making more petals, so I'd continue around with these and just carry on round, and if you need to add in, just wrap it around and just continue, and you just keep doing that until you've got
that's
that
so beautiful,
like
it is.
Finished
It's lovely
little,
like that.
it's quite pretty, isn't it? But because you've got the added effect of the twisted wire,
Yeah,
it just adds so much to it.
it does.
And then once you've got all your shapes, I just took some round nose pliers. What you could do first, you can hammer each of the petals if you want to. There's no, I don't feel there's any need.
Why would you hammer it? Is
It
that
just
to
gives it a bit more
harden it?
structure, yeah.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, I didn't think that it needed it. And then all I went round is round those pliers and just curled in the little petals, just to give it a bit more of a 3D effect. So we've got that. And then, obviously, you've got your 3, you can have 3 or 4 prongs, depending on how many you want, in the right places. And then just pop in your cabochon. What I did actually do, I used a bit of our hypo cement and just put it around the edge, just a little bit.
Nothing wrong with a bit of added security, is there?
No, for me, it just means that you know, you've got that added security and you haven't got to worry about it.
Yep.
So what I would do then is set that in the middle, and then all you need to do is just get your little prongs, push them into place, and do that with all of them so that they're nice and it's nice and tight. And then, like I say, I put a little bit of glue on it, let that set, let that dry, and then you've got a lovely flower that you could use in the centre of a bracelet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, for me, what I did, I just attached some of the 0.6 to the back, wrapped it around the frame, and then added on some of the pearls, and then just did a little loop and added some chain to it. So that was that one.
Amazing,
But
stunning,
really pretty.
very pretty, and like I said, that could be a fabulous real cocktail ring or something like that, couldn't it, as well? Real statement piece. Speaking of rings, by the way, there's a lot of requests, Jan, for a demonstration on that ring, which if we could do that in a few moments, so we will do that demonstration. Thank you for your text messages. But before we do, the kit sold out, on and gone. Knew it was going to be the case, and I'm not surprised either at that price point with the wire. Nope. So sort of tying in that lovely Snow White theme, we have to bring you this gorgeous gemstone. It is, of course, your moonstone, but look at the size of this bundle. Wow. I mean, there is so much moonstone coming your way. 7 strands. This is your should-be price, £30 and 65 pence. That's where we should be. I mean, there's almost a metre long length on every single one of these strands because they are all double. It's that very crisp white moonstone colour that we all love. You'll see that very ethereal, very whimsical adolescence which comes from this this gorgeous gemstone, totally and utterly natural as well. Very reflective, and this will work wonderfully with the shell pearl, won't it? Work gorgeously. And again, you could. It's a way of this. The pendant that you've just brought in. If you wanted to, just to create texture, then have that around the neckline.
That'd look beautiful, actually. Yeah, that suspended from that would look beautiful.
Oh yeah, can I bring that in?
It?
Look, oops, look at that combination. just place it there like so. Looks amazing, doesn't it?
Beautiful, doesn't it?
Should be £30.65 for this beautiful, beautiful Phenomena gemstone. There's lots of rainbow shimmer coming through. Can you see those flashes of colours? And if you think you see it here in the studio, wait till you get it home. Wait till you get it home until into natural daylight. The blues, the yellows, the greens that are coming through on these multiple strands, and there's 7 in total here. So if you love your moonstone, which is a gemstone which is very much well known, as a teenager it was one of my favourite gemstones, just because it's very visual.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't
and
it?
it's quite cool, isn't it? I think as a gemstone it's quite cool. Would that be the right word to say?
Because it's a phenomenon, isn't it, with all those different colours, and it's so beautiful.
This again on the kitchen, on the dining room table for Christmas Day would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Just to bulk out those shell pearls, if you managed to get hold of that. Lots of strands, sort of like snow, wouldn't it? And then you sort of, you know, it wouldn't go to waste. You can use it then for your gemstones thereafter, for your jewellery thereafter. Should be £30.65 for your Moon River. Don't see bundles like this every single day. I mean, that monochromatic, your blacks or your whites, those gemstones. I mean, earlier on we brought you a quartzite bundle, and I was saying you don't see that pure white very often. Moonstone can be grey, it can be peach, it can be quite murky coloured. I mean, this is a very linen-like white.
Yeah, it is really, really beautiful. And like you say, the colours, the rainbow colours that are coming from it are just stunning.
Really stunning.
And to get that many as well.
Yeah, it's going to go a long, long way, isn't it?
I mean, you couldn't... Well, I wouldn't make one. I mean, as you've held them together like that, one statement piece, but... Gosh, it'd probably give you a bad back, wouldn't it?
It probably would, yeah. It's so gem heavy. I mean, but they're going to go a very, very, very long way. Yeah, bulk out your stash. Use those wonderful optical effects, the flashes of blues, and if you put them with coloured gemstones, you see it actually take on those colours. £12.95.
Gosh, oh.
That's better than half price. I mean, if you got this and the kit just... That's your Christmas table done. That's all your napkin rings for however many people.
Wow.
That's jewellery. That's your candles in the middle of the table.
Imagine candles in the middle of the table, just drapes around.
Yeah, with moonstone as well. Bear in mind, this is a Phenomena gem. Yeah. So you're going to see that adolescence coming from every single one of those sizable nuggets. Yeah, can you imagine the flickers of candlelight onto these gems?
You wouldn't have to take them off the strand or anything, just drape them around.
Yeah.
And then when everybody's gone home, you can take them away and make jewellery with them.
Have we got many of these, Kim? Because I know I missed out on the kit. Oh. We've got less than 50. I'll still check at the... Listen, so if you're watching on the repeat, I'll still be checking at the end of the show because I think these just draped.
Look beautiful.
They would look beautiful, and you've got genuine gemstones on your very dining room table, and that's just my thought concept. And I wouldn't waste them then. They'd go on to be pieces of jewellery thereafter. Beautifully bridal as well, aren't they?
That'd be perfect for bridal. Great in tiaras and
things.
Because they're going to catch the light and all those colours. Great again as just simple bracelets.
Simple stretchy bracelets. Can't go wrong.
Beautiful.
Can't go wrong. Oh, look at the quantity, absolutely plummet. There's tons and tons and tons of you there. £12.95. I'm loving these calendar deals. Well done to every single one of you. Again, it's going to work. Moonstone does go wonderfully with pearl though, doesn't it?
Oh, it would look phenomenal with pearls, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would just look absolutely stunning.
It goes amazing with everything, really, really. Because if you put these next to a tanzanite, you'll see the blues. It will really enhance the blues from the moonstone. This is going to sell out. So before we get to the demonstration, we'll just bring another graphics in for you. We knew it was going to be popular, but sell out straight away on screen. So we will demonstrate that ring for you. Are we doing the jump rings? So for all of you chainmail fanatics out there, for all of you, for all of our jewellery makers that are seeking findings, that are thinking, I'm desperate for findings, Eleanor. I can't make jewellery without them. Bring me findings deals. I don't know if that's how desperate you are, and if you are actually screaming that at the table, at the television rather. 50 pieces. I'm just gonna, Wes, can you pass me that tray? Just so I can tip these out. Thank you, Angel. Thank you so much. I just called Wes an angel. He's an angel. Anyways.
Bless him.
Yeah, he is. He's a good egg.
He is.
He's a good egg.
He's a good one.
Look at these, they're gorgeous. Solid sterling silver, If you love your rose gold, then you'll adore these. Now, they're your 7mm open jump rings. 7mm open jump rings, so perfect for all of your jewellery making and suitable for your chainmail as well, aren't they?
Yeah, perfect for chainmail.
So anybody that loves, or has got the bug, the chainmail bug, which is very infectious, I think chainmail jewellery is one of the most professional looking.
And that's what Fleur always says. You know, the designs, everybody's piece will look the same.
Yeah.
Will look as professional as the next person, because that's the nature of chainmail.
Yeah.
And they look so high-end, and I'm in awe of some of the chainmail pieces that I see, because they are so beautiful.
They are, aren't they? And and chainmail, it's steeped in history, and it's very popular for ladies and gents as well. And there are thousands, aren't there? There's thousands of different techniques with chainmail. I'm talking chainmail just because it's jump rings, and I know it's one of your favourite techniques. We've got DVDs if you've never got involved with chainmail. Basically, chainmail, you think of thank you, Wes. You think of sort of battles, etc., when it was used as an armour, and that's quite literally what it was.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
That's where it stems from. But then obviously has then been used within jewellery. There are techniques of how to make your chainmail pieces. Debbie Bulford and Fleur both love their chainmail, plus many guest designers. So this is your sterling silver, and they're the rose gold, and you can see if I just turn these round ever so slightly, there's the open jump ring. I do think the only thing that will make a difference and separate one chainmail piece from another, apart from your ability to maintain that consistent pattern, is the quality of the jump rings that you use. And here at Jewellery Maker we do bring you very, very good quality. Something Fleur does talk about, and I've been lucky I've been joined by Fleur on a couple of occasions and seen some of her demonstrations, and she talks about how when you close our jump rings, how they do really click back into place, and they are 360 degrees once more. There's very little gap, and it's almost invisible to the naked eye. Let's bring that price tag in for you. 50 pieces in total, so a lot of sterling silver here. Not just chainmail, can be used within as findings, obviously, for your jewellery making. $8.95. Don't see jump rings very often, do we?
That's amazing. But like you say, not only for chainmail pieces.
No.
Use them as a beautiful mechanic in your piece if you're making a bracelet. Add that to the end of your bracelet, and then attach your clasp to that, so you've got that little. If you want to sort of extend a bracelet, link some of these together and use it as an extension chain.
Yeah, absolutely. I often say that, actually, especially when I was on Gems, our previous sister channels, I used to actually talk about the fact that never ever let the length of a bracelet or the length of a necklace deter you from an opportunity, because it's so easy to add an extension to it. So easy. All you need is a couple of jump rings.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
That's it.
Simple as. Okay, now lots of requests for a demonstration on this ring. I'm so glad you all text in, because we love it. There's a lot of love for this. Look at I'm going to show you everything first. Look at the back. It's gorgeous, Jan.
It is really, really simple.
You say that, but it doesn't look simple.
No, but it is.
It's stunning, isn't it? A big statement cocktail ring. I mean, how amazing is that? How high-end looking.
That is so beautiful, though, aren't they, those shell pearls?
Yeah, I've never seen them before as cabochons. And they have actually got that drill hole in the back as well.
Yeah, yeah, and which we're going to use that, actually.
Okay, stunning. So this is what we're demonstrating.
Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a length of the 0.6. Now, I'm not good with measurements. I usually just do that.
That's probably about ½ a metre, I'd say.
So, along those lines. And then to find the centre, take your ring mandrel, and what we're going to do, we're going to go a size larger than we actually want, because we're going to do a bit of wrapping around the shank, okay? I don't want to... There. So what we're going to do, we're going to wrap around and cross over at the front. So at the back, we've got three wraps, and then we've got the front here, okay? So now what we're going to do, we're going to do that technique where we sort of make that rose sort of shape. So we're going to put them on the top. We're going to pull one wire one way, okay?
Yeah.
You can see I've pulled that one way, and then we're going to pull the other one. And then you can pull that really tight now. Right tight, I was going to say then.
Right tight?
You can pull that right tight.
So I come out with my Welshisms come out every so often as well.
So now we've got, this is quite secure. So now what we need to do is just wrap that around. I'll take it off the mandrel actually so you can see. So we're going to hold that and then twirly that around. Now you don't want it too tight in the middle because we're going to come up through the middle and create a little post to put the gemstone onto.
Okay.
Okay. So just keep wrapping those around. And then when you've got enough area there to sort of sit your cabochon onto, we're going to separate these. So take the one on the inside round, so we've got one on both sides. So just continue that one around. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it around the ring shank there, just to secure it and bring all those wires together. And the same on this side. So pop it through the ring shank, holding this all the time so it doesn't slip out, and wrap it around. Okay. So now one of them, I would pick the shortest one and take one of them and put it through that hole, that gap there in the centre.
In the centre of your swirl.
Okay. Now you want to feed that through there. Then when you've got it, you can give that a good pull there. So now we've got the post coming up through that centre there. Okay. So now, if I just cut that off a little bit, I cut it to there, just so you see. So now, effectively, we've got a post that we can use the hole in the back to pop that in there, and we can glue that. Obviously, that's too long, but that's what we're going to do, right? So look at sort of how much you need there. Engage that.
Just added security, and you use a bit of your E6000, is it? The hypo cement?
I actually use the hypo cement. Yeah.
Hypo cement, sorry, that's it.
And then once you've got to that point, what we need to do is flatten this down. So give that a good
squeeze.
Good squeezy. Pop that, make sure that's sort of in the centre. And now what I would do is I would put a bit of glue into the actual hole on the. Shall I do it?
Yeah, why not?
Do we?
Why not? We've got 2 rings then, because Kimbo's loving it.
Right, okay. So with the hypo cement, because you've got that fine nozzle, what you can do is really sort of pack it into that little whole section that you've
And it
got
does dry clear your hypo cement. Not that you're going to see this at all, because obviously it's going to be backed with your wire.
And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit around the edge, and then just, and as Al said, it dries completely clear. It's not going to be touching your skin or anything, it's just a little tiny bit on the top. Okay. And then what I did when I was at home, I actually popped that on.
This is where those clasps would come in handy as well, wouldn't they? You could hold it secure.
It together. And then what I did is I held that for a little while, but then I put it down and let that dry. So I would let that dry before I carry on. Okay, but obviously we haven't got time to do that now, so I'm going to attempt to wrap it without.
We didn't think of this, did we? The fact that we're gluing it now without.
I didn't think it through.
The fact you've got to hold it, so you're probably going to get glued.
I'm probably going to stick to me. No, it'll be fine. So I'll hold it in place, but obviously that would be glued on there, so you would have the freedom then to. So with this extra wire that we've got here, all I've done is I've wrapped that around. Now obviously it won't be as fiddly for you because yours will be nice and dry. Wrapped it around so it's coming from this side across and then through the ring shank again, okay, and then pull that quite tight there. So there's your first wrap, okay, and then just take this and wrap that over the other side. So we're just following that over there. So we're coming across from this side and round. And again, every one that you do is going to be slightly different.
Of course,
because you're not going to be able to get
the exact measurements.
But you can sort of fiddle around with the wire shape on there. So you see you've got that now wrapped across there a couple of times.
Lovely.
Pull that over if you want to. And then to finish it off, I would wrap around the ring shank, trying to hold that so it doesn't slide out. There. A couple of times. And again, I would just finish it off in the normal way, snip that off, take some flat nose pliers and just squidgy that down so that you've got no sharp ends there. And then if this is actually this is bunched up a little bit, just take some flat nose pliers and just go around and straighten those out and There's your ring.
Stunning. Look at that. Amazing. Do you know what? I love this technique, and you can incorporate it with so many different gemstones as well. If you've got your half drilled, I mean, that would work with a cultured pearl, that would work with any of your half drilled gems, wouldn't they?
Yep, be perfect for that.
Beautiful, and the texture of that wire really does add something a little bit different. Now, we have got one of the most, and Martha earlier on this morning, she said, Kim L, you have got one of the most exquisite cabochons coming your way this morning, and she was not kidding. Just to give you a little bit of a story, I was over in Eagle Road, the studios obviously just down the road from us here at Ivy House the other day, and I was talking to some of my friends, and they were showing me what was coming up on Gems TV. So I had a little bit of sort of behind the scenes, had a little sneaky peek look. Now, a brand new Larique, one of a kind, which by the way, very, very high-end collections, and I'm sure they won't mind me talking about this because, as you know, Steve's still got dealings with this right now, but I saw a one-of-a-kind Larique ring, exquisite, 18 karat gold, amazing SI graded diamonds either or. Now, I'm not making comparisons at all, I'm not qualified to do valuations, but I've never seen a kyanite of that size in one solitaire. This was only a couple of days ago, so literally only a couple of days ago. Similarly, I've never seen a kyanite of this size in a solitaire. Just incredible, incredible. It's a big star buy opportunity. I'm imagining that same technique with this stunning gemstone would be out of this world. I'm talking high end, beautiful quality. This is a very, very, very complex gem, given the fact that it has got differing cleavages. It's many lapidus will just turn away from it just because they haven't got maybe, and I'm not being, hopefully it doesn't, I don't want it to come across badly, but some lapidus or cutters haven't got the skill to facet this gemstone. It does tend to be the top 10% that will actually sort of embark on cutting kyanite. That said, those that do succeed, when you see shining examples like this this beautiful solitaire, is my goodness, it's something that we can all absolutely get excited about. A natural blue gemstone with complexities, but when you see this, you're going to be bowled over. I've got no idea where it's going to, so I'm really, really excited. I'm going to be sort of picking at Kim there in the next couple of seconds so I can prepare myself, because I know it is going to be one of your calendar event deals. Good luck, because kyanite is up after this. Have you seen this, Kim? You've not seen it? Ooh. Oh my goodness. How many have we got, Kim? Yeah, I knew it wouldn't be a huge quantity, just because we've got 51. Just because you don't... Kyanite is a gemstone. I mean, we've got examples, and I've seen it in its rough formation, how it actually forms as a crystal. So it quite literally, and it's very obvious when you see kyanite without actually being faceted. Certain crystals, if you can imagine the gemstone, how it actually forms, will go vertically, and some will go horizontally. So you can actually see it sort of in its rough shape like this. So if you can imagine as a lapidus to facet it like so, and you've got to bear in mind those two cleavages, the fact that this gemstone just can split at any given point. If you catch it on that cleavage, it will just split in half. That's why it's not often actually cut, and that's why it's not often in your mainstream jewelers. This is a totally natural gemstone, but it's a gemstone that, given the fact, again, those cleavages, it can often suffer from quite severe colour zoning. So what that basically means is you can have from, I don't know, point A to point B, different locations in the gemstones. You might have darker blues to lighter blues. It does suffer from what we call colour zoning. This consistency of colour throughout the entirety. We've got, oh my goodness, I've just seen the call screen. I've just seen the call screen. Is that all on the web, Kim? And on the phones. Again, I wish I had 10 times the quantity, but it's never going to happen. Kyanite doesn't form in these sizes. It just doesn't happen. Up until 2 days ago, this is one of two opportunities up until today, and a couple of days ago when I was over with our friends at Eagle Road, I'd never seen kyanite of this size. Have you ever seen kyanite of that size?
I can honestly say I haven't. That is so beautiful.
Isn't it amazing?
You can actually see right into the
You can see how it forms, can't you? It's fabulous. Wow, I'm very, very, very envious of those of you that'll be successful. 51 of you. I've never seen a kyanite of that size before. Do you see that? The consistency of the colour? And if you're thinking, hang on a minute, there's some sort of silvery colours, that's the lustre, that's the silks internally. If I just move it like so, look how those silks actually radiate and play with the light. Beautiful, beautiful example of this gemstone, and it's totally and utterly natural. We are talking, I truly believe that kyanite is the next big blue. You know, once tanzanite is all but deplete, I think kyanite is the gemstone which is going to be the next big blue gemstone because of its scarcity, and it is very scarce. Because of the complexities of it, I think this is a gemstone which logically could command some of the highest price points in the gemstone world. I have never, ever, up until this week, never seen a kyanite of this size in a solitaire. The usual is sort of half a carat and less. This is 15 carats in one solitaire.
Wow. That's phenomenal, isn't it?
It's more usual when I've been lucky enough to present showcases of this gemstone. It's more usual than not to actually see this gemstone in small sizes. Half the stock is already gone. I mean, the ring that you've just created there.
Imagine that with that. That would look beautiful.
I can't hold it. I was going to try and hold it with my grabber, but it's too big. You know, a little grabber like this. I can't pick it up. Can't physically pick it up with this grabber, so I can try with my tweezers, but I don't think it's gonna fit up. Isn't it amazing?
All those silver tones.
Yeah, it's like the silks, aren't they? We're gonna have to bring that price tag in for you. $19.95 for a natural 15 carat kyanite solitaire. This is really what presses my buttons.
Yeah,
I get really excited about opportunities like this, and we've got Steve Bennett coming over on Thursday. He'd get really excited about this opportunity, and I'm sure he'd be in total agreement. You don't see sizes like this. As a crystal, it doesn't like to form in big sizes. The fact that you've got that consistency of colour, the fact those silks are really reflecting the light, we're almost oversubscribed, so please do not leave it in those baskets. If you're on those phone lines, do stay where you are. $19.95. I'm going to turn it on its profile as well so you can see just the colour. I have to hold it like this because I can't physically fit, if I was to hold either end, within the tweezers. Isn't it amazing?
It's absolutely beautiful.
Do you agree with me this could be the next big blue?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you don't know anything about gemstones, which I know a bit more now, obviously working with Jewellery Maker and all the knowledge that the presenters pass on, but just the beauty of it, just looking at it and the beauty of it, those silver tones, like you say, those silks running through, it's like, you know, sometimes with ruby you get silky-like inclusions, and that really adds to the value of a ruby. It adds to the beauty.
It really does, and the same applies with your kyanite. I can't stress, and this will be an on and gone opportunity. And my goodness, when you get this home and you see it and you think, I own, in all of my years, and I'm very lucky. I do think it's a real privilege for me, and I do count my blessings. Half my life I have been working with something which is not just a hobby; it's a passion. My career is my passion, so I'm very lucky, and I count my stars, my lucky stars for that. So in all that time, and I've sold, I'm not just saying this, hopefully I'm emphasising the rarity of the gemstone. I've sold Bulgari jewellery, I've sold Piaget jewellery, I've sold Cartier jewellery, I've sold Gucci jewellery, I've sold Versace jewellery. I have never seen a kyanite of that size up until this week. Up until this week, there was one here and one in a Lorique collection over at Eagle Road. That's the first time ever I've seen that size. And I can't remember, I don't know what the carat weight was of that Lorique piece, but it was big and it was very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. It's going to sell out. Well done. Oh,
it's stunning, isn't it?
I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give that up. That's amazing. Well done. Well done to every single one of you. Oh gosh, we've got time for another DI, but before we do, because that's going to be a sellout, and pretty much everything has been so far this morning, hasn't it? So,
it's all been so beautiful though, hasn't it?
It has. It's been really, really exciting. Okay, let's bring you... It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I watched Elf yesterday.
Did you? Oh, I love films.
I think that's why I started putting the Christmas decorations up. What do you mean you don't like Elf? Oh, I love Elf. It's really funny. It's just silly, isn't it? And I like silly humour.
Yeah, you're allowed at Christmas at least.
I think so. I just think this is like gorgeous, snowy Christmas morning. Do you remember those? I hope we have a white Christmas this year.
Be nice to have a bit, wouldn't it?
Just a little bit, not too much.
A little dusting.
Not too much. So enough so it's safe. It'll be all white. I think that needs to be a bit more Christmassy, that title of this bundle. I think it's going to be White Christmas or something like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? I love magnesite.
I do as well.
My sister is passionate about magnesite.
I think it's a very underestimated gemstone. If you think about how distinctly similar it is to so many gems out there, and I'm not going to make direct comparisons because you know the ones I'm referring to, and it is often used to replicate other gemstones when really magnesite is lovely on its own. On its own. It can absorb lots of colours. In this case you've got that beautiful, beautiful white body colour with a soft grey. It's not black, it's a soft grey. If you just look to this one here on my hand there, you can actually see it's a very soft and subtle grey. I totally agree, and I totally agree with your sister. I mean, these are big, big, big nuggets, aren't they? You'd take one of those and make it into a ring, wouldn't you?
That's exactly what I was going to say, yeah. You know me too well, Elle. Too well, Elle.
Too well, Elle?
Too well, Elle.
No, I
would
prefer great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine one of those shots, because they are sizable. Which one are you picking?
That one.
That one.
A longer one, and have it across the finger.
Oh, really? Going this way?
Going across, yeah.
That way?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fab.
And then wrapped both sides. Just minimal wrapping.
How many rings would you get on this one strand?
You're going to get a lot on you.
Lots and lots and lots of rings. It's like marble. Don't you think it looks like marble?
Yes, very much like marble. Look at that one there. Look how pretty.
And marble is really, really fashionable in jewellery as well. So, yeah, beautiful. Not just your home decor, which would be very, very expensive, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, marble is used in jewellery as well. Very weighty, though. Magnesite is a little bit more comfortable, I suppose, than if this was marble, it would be a very substantial and heavy, because it is stone effectively. It would be very substantial and heavy, so I shouldn't imagine you'd get the big statement looks like this. Magnesite, you're getting a very similar alternative, and I'd imagine those outside of the Jewellery Maker family, those who don't know their gemstones as well as you do, might think that this is actually marble.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, you could see how someone could mistake it, can you?
Yeah, gorgeous colours. I love the Christmas of it. Very busy this morning. If you got the kit earlier on, this will be amazing with your moonstone. Wonderful with your monochromes. Should be. This is the other benefit of magnesite. It's very, very, very affordable. You get a big look at an affordable price tag. That's why I was saying I think it's a little bit underestimated as a gemstone. That said, that might all change. Things do in the jewellery making world. $9.95. You've got 6 strands. That's £1.65. I hope your sister's watching now. I
mean, that one ring that I'm going to make with those, I would sell that for more than that price. So one of those gemstones for me would pay for the bundle.
And there's a lot of rings here.
There's a lot there. That's amazing.
There's a lot of rings here. How beautiful. Again on the Christmas table.
Yeah.
Again wrapped around your candles as napkin rings. Could you make little snowmen out of these as well if you find the right shape?
Yeah.
Little igloos or penguins.
They're beautiful. You can make little stars with these as well.
Oh, little stars.
Because they're drilled at the top, so you could make like star shapes for your Christmas
snowflakes.
Tree. Snowflakes with them.
Gorgeous. We've got time for another demonstration, my lovely. So I'll leave these this bundle with you whilst you're making those confirmations. 6 strands of magnesite there. So well done. At $1.65 per strand. Okay, so you're going to be demonstrating now.
My little, I call it snowflake necklace. Pendant.
A little snowflake necklace. So this one here.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And I'm going to show the technique. I did actually show in a bracelet a while ago, but not with a round gemstone. So I'm going to show you quickly how we create this little vine, which is what we sort of
That's lovely around. Like that too.
So that could be just a beautiful bracelet on its own.
Yeah.
So to create those, what I've done is I've taken, you need to take about, for this size, probably about 15, 20 inches of wire. I'm just going to use a shorter piece now for the demo purposes. Actually, I'm going to cut that down, put that in my little stash. Right, so what we need to do to start off, we find the middle of our wire, and then we're going to take some round nose pliers, and we're going to wrap around. And we're going to do a wrapped sort of loop. So pop your pliers in, and then we're just going to wrap around that top section there a couple of times, okay? Try not to overlap it, try and keep it nice and straight. There we go. So now we've got our loop at the top, there, and we've got 2 wires. We've got one coming down, straight across here, and then we've got one sort of coming up at an angle, okay? So the one that's coming up at an angle, we're going to put on one gemstone, one of our gemstones, okay? So
this could be any gemstone, couldn't they? But they ideally do work with rounds best.
So that's going to sit now on that bottom piece of wire. Now this wire that it's on has come from this side. So when I wrap it down, I'm going to wrap it on the opposite side, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the wire's coming up over the top. Pop on our gemstone, hold that in place, and just bring that down. Bring the wire down at an angle, give that little bend. So you've got that at an angle, and that's quite a nice soft curve there, okay? And then you turn it over, continue with the same piece of wire that you threaded on the last bead, and go on with your next bead, okay?
Lovely.
Pop that down, so that sits next to it there. And again, hold them in place, and bring that down. And just kink that up sort of slightly.
Turn it over?
Turn it over and repeat that. And that's how you get that pattern.
Love it.
So you just carry on until I've got 18 on this. So we've got our loop at one end, and then we've added them all on, and now this is our last one, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to just sort of shape that around. So all you need to do is just work it around. So you're getting that nice round shape. I mean, you can do it as you're going along, actually. You could sort of bend it as you go. But because of the wire's so malleable, it lets you do that. So you get that sort of snowflake.
That's lovely, like
shape.
so, isn't it? That could be a Christmas decoration as well, couldn't it?
That would look really pretty as a Christmas deco. So now what we need to do is just straighten up that little loop there, because that's what we're going to hang from. Now we need to just position our gemstones, okay? So if I sort of think about, I want it sort of there, what I'm going to do is hold that all in place, take one of these, the one that's come all the way through, that's woven through, and wrap it around there. Actually, I'm going to take the other one as well. I'm just holding it quite tight so it doesn't all unravel. Catching everything. So now we've got that's wrapped now, and that's quite secure, okay? So what we can do is use one of them. We could decorate the front little section there if we wanted to. But now the other one, I'd wrap it around another time, bring it across the back. What we're going to do is straighten that out. We're going to use this to attach the cabochon in the centre. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip this, and so just shorten this little piece here. Take some round nose pliers, and we're going to make a spiral, okay? So just a quick spiral, doesn't have to be too precise. And this is what, and actually that cabochon is actually glued onto there, onto that spiral. So I'm just going to do that really quickly, just for the purposes of the demo. Okay, that's not a great spiral, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so now if we turn that over, what we can do is we can hammer that little section there just to make sure that it's nice and flat and that it's nice and strong. And then with this little section at the top here, you can do a little bit of embellishment if you want to. You know, do a few. I love my little
swirls and everything.
Swirls. I love
Absolutely,
swirls.
especially with the decoration of the wire. I mean, it is decorative, so why not include it in your pieces?
And then once you've done, I mean, you don't have to do that. And then once you've done that, just wrap it around a little bit, snip it off, and then you've got your pendant or drop there. And then actually, if I just take this out of here, and then what I would do is I would again put a little bit of glue on the back.
Yeah.
Put a little bit of glue onto the little spiral that you've created, and then that will sit in the middle.
Amazing, amazing. So squeeze lots of demos in. We are running out of time, so we're going to have to move on because we've got coming up, it is the Larima.
Come and join Jewellery Maker for a customer exclusive party. Enjoy a festive buffet, meet the team, tour the studios and shop for gifts with exclusive offers from Jewellery Maker. Our guest designers will be showing demonstrations as well as giving you advice and inspiration. The afternoon will be filled with Christmas spirit, lots of fun, a few surprises and a present from under the Christmas tree. It's going to be a cracker, so make sure you book with us today so you don't miss out. Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre. Come and join Jewellery Maker this Christmas. Throughout December, we're running Christmas-themed workshops where you'll be inspired to make decorations, Christmas presents, gift tags, personalised accessories and much more. We have an array of workshops to choose from, all of which will be filled with festive cheer and lots of fun. Every person who books on a workshop in December will automatically be entered into our Christmas raffle prize. There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back everyone, and a very good morning to each and every single one of you. Now we've put the graphics in straight away. One has already gone with Linda and Devon. Well done, Linda. I'm not surprised. These officially are, well, to our knowledge I should say, and we have gone through the history books, the archives, and tried to recall and go back through this gemstone, how many times we brought it to air previously. To my knowledge, to my producer's knowledge, to Martha's knowledge, these are the biggest Larimar that we've brought to air, 245 carats. There is a limited opportunity. There's less than 50 of these available, going up to an incredible 30 by 20 millimeters in size. This one locational gemstone from the Dominican Republic. The blue colour in particular is only found in that one specific location. That blue colour, the intensity, the exotic tones that you get from this wonderful gemstone make it one of the world's most sought after, make it one of the world's most desirable, without shadow of a doubt. Now, we're lucky with the connections that we have of buying. We're lucky that we can get hold of this gemstone on occasions, but it's never going to be one of those that we get on a regular basis. So, you know, months can pass before we see one Larimar opportunity to another. And the reality is most of those do tend to be the smaller sizes. Now, there is no way, and I was asked this question the other day and I tried to do some research into it, there's no way of us actually telling you how long we have got of Larimar mining, because the documentation and the research that I did on this gemstone told me that this is a gemstone that forms in seams, and those seams are very unpredictable. It's like an underground maze, if you like, and those seams can come to a very dramatic end, so there's no way of interpreting how much Larimar there is left. This wonderful gemstone, though, whilst we do have it, and like I said, it might go tomorrow, who knows, whilst we do have it, is fetching some hugely considered price points, especially when you've got big individual gemstones like this. It's rare to see. If you've been lucky enough to go over to the Caribbean, to Dominican Republic, or any of those locations, Jamaica, Cuba, any of the Caribbean islands, you'll see Larimar being sold over there. They very much capitalise on the fact that this is really a Caribbean gemstone, and the prices are hugely considered, more so than what you're probably going to see here on your screens right now. So without shadow of a doubt, this gemstone is desired the world over. I've got friends over in the USA, which obviously, because they are that little bit closer to the Caribbean islands, I've got a friend that lives down in Florida, and I was talking to her the other day, and she was saying she was lucky. She just she'd gone to Miami, and she was popping across on a trip. I just think that's amazing. It's a bit like we would do to Spain, if you like, or down to Cornwall. She was just popping across on a Caribbean cruise, and she was talking to me specifically about the prices of Larimar on the cruise line, and she was talking about the prices of this gemstone on various different islands. Expect 3-4 figures in many cases. Now, out of our entire vault, and I'm not just talking, to my knowledge, in my entire experience of working with Jewellery Maker and the TGGC team, these are the biggest that I've seen in our Larimar collections, and I've been lucky enough to do showcases of this wonderful gemstone. These are the biggest that I've ever seen. What we need to consider is that you're buying multiple solitaires, you're buying multiple pendants, multiple pieces of jewellery, which is recognised by the world over. Now, it's a limited opportunity, and already we've got Angela, Linda, Fife, Isabel, Annabelle. It's in 10 baskets, so that's pretty much a third of the stock already gone on that basis. If you all do make your confirmations, of course. It's a very desired gemstone, and this is the colour which excites us, that beautiful rich blue, that intensity of colour, the fact that it is the biggest gemstone examples that I've ever seen. They're stunning. Here in this one, you've really got the blue, you've got the greens coming through. You can actually choose your favoured size. Here it's all about the blues of the gemstone, but this is the sizable one, 30 by 20 millimeters, but then none of them are small, because I'm actually holding on to some as well on the back of my hand. Please consider that they are individual solitaires. I can't stress, when I used to on our sister, well, what was our sister channels now, on our American channel Rocks TV, and I'm sure again Steve doesn't mind me saying this, I used to, whenever I had the opportunity of doing Larimar as a showcase, and I could probably count the amount of times, the amount of occasions that was on both hands in 3 years. I used to say to my American customers, the American audience, don't just pick one, pick 3, because you will miss out. You will miss out on some. Unfortunately, it's a gemstone where we can't do like sort of big quantities of them. So they tend to be sort of 10s and 20s of any specific design. So I used to say to the customers, pick 3 and be there as soon as you can. Be on those phone phone lines before the auction has even started. We've got people multi-buying. Wow. Can I just say, Julie, in Northamptonshire, you know your gemstones. Clearly you do. You know your gemstones. Yes, this is going to be more considered. It's the biggest Larimar that I have ever seen. Not just here at Jewellery Maker, in my entire career. So you know your gemstones, my darling. Well done to you. 245 carats. I mean, how special. Do you know what I would do? And I'm not as amazing as you guys are at making fabulous pieces. I'd use your sterling silver wire without shadow of a doubt. I'd be using your high-end findings without shadow of a doubt. Me personally, I would be taking one of those gemstones to a very high-end jeweler, and I would say, commission a setting for me. Commission a setting for me. Here's the design, and I've done that previously before. The quality and the size is something that I think I personally would put in somebody else's hands. Obviously, you are more, you're coveted, and you've got the skills. Half the stock is almost gone. Eva, Mark, massive congratulations. Suffolk, congratulations. Ruth, well done. Julie, well done. Angela, well done. Linda, well done. If it's in those baskets, do check out as soon as you possibly can. I'd pay it for the one. I would pay £87 for that one individual solitaire, and I would not hesitate for doing that. This is a natural gemstone. It's from one location in the world, and we can tell you roughly how many years many other gemstones actually have of mining. Larimar is not one of those, because the veins, if you imagine like an underground maze, they disperse off into different veins, etc., and they come to just an abrupt end. And it's basically sort of previous riverbeds and formations from the volcanic rock running through, and they just stop. They just literally stop. So there's no way of saying there's 10 years, 20 years remaining of mining. And Larimar is a gemstone. Have you ever noticed it's there and then it's gone? If you've shopped with Gems TV or with myself in the past, have you ever noticed how Larimar, it's in stock, then it's gone? It's very rarely on any websites for any length of time. It always sells out. I encourage you, I urge you to do your price comparisons of this gemstone, because you don't see double-figure prices for anywhere near this size. In fact, can I rephrase that? You don't see this size. I've never seen it, Kim. Have you? Have you, Jan? You don't see it?
I've not seen it. We don't see it very often, and we don't see it in that size.
No, never.
No.
This has to be the main focal point for me. The size of Larimar. This gemstone forms. Usually, it's an opaque gemstone, so you'd leave it in more of a cabochon. It's always in a cabochon. These are beautifully faceted, which is another thing. There's so much I could talk about. But the fact they are usually half this size, ordinarily. I've taken one of the smaller pairs. Usually, they're about this sort of size. Aren't they?
Yeah.
If that, to be honest, maybe, on a piece of jewellery which is already finished very high end, you'd be very lucky to get one of that size. Kathleen, massive congratulations. Somerset, congratulations. Claire, congratulations. Susan, congratulations. Suffolk, massive congratulations. We have got some still in baskets. I'll just keep my fingers crossed for you. From the very bottom of my heart, you've just got the biggest Larimar that I've ever seen. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Now, got to move on. Because earlier on this morning, if you've been out busying, this would look amazing with the Larimar, wouldn't it? Oh, Larimar and Botswana agate.
Perfect.
I'm not going to believe the deal on this, though. It's got to be the most affordable Botswana agate bundle that we've ever done. Ever. Remind me, Kim. I don't want to say it just in case it's wrong, but I think I remember. I don't want to say it just in case I'm wrong. Remind me. Can you remember, Jan?
I think so. But like you, I really...
Your brain almost doesn't digest it.
No.
Botswana agate is one of the most expensive members of the agate family. And look at that. Look, you've got sort of latte tones. It's the banding which makes it so exciting. The greys, the espresso tones, the lemons, the sort of cinnamony hues coming through. All the variations of shape. And I know our graphics say small nuggets, but they're not small. They are really not small. And I'm sure you'll agree when I pop them on the back of my hand. But be on the phone lines. If you want me to shout shout out the biggest deals. This is one of them. This is one of the biggest deals of the day. Super affordable. It's one of the lowest price points of the day for one of the most expensive agates that we have.
I think they're beautiful.
They are beautiful,
they're
aren't
elegant,
they?
aren't they? And
it's an elegant gemstone. I totally agree. Yeah. Debbie Bulford would love, loves Botswana agate. It does scream Debbie Bulford. It also screams Linda Brumwell, because she likes her smoky quartz, and you can imagine smoky quartz with this.
Beautiful.
Or a lemon quartz would be stunning as well. Wow. Now already lots of webinars checking out. I'm not surprised. Claire, Janine, Jeffrey, Venetia, Marie, Lynn, well done. Buckinghamshire. Aren't you glad you tuned in when you did? I did sort of try and give you a little indication of deal. This is one of the biggest deals of the morning here at Jewellery Maker. I can remember going back in the day when I used to make kits. A Botswana agate strand of any shape, of any size, if it was added to a kit, it would dramatically escalate the price tag, just because it is one of the most valuable, one of the most expensive, one of the most sought after. What was that, sorry? Debbie Bulford, yeah, she used to put them in her kits and they'd come out, yeah, four-figure price tags. They did, didn't they? They were always very, very expensive kits because it had Botswana agate in it. Stunning. I've never brought Botswana agate at this price tag before. No surprise that the web's busy and the telephone line's $4.95. That's what I'm talking about. It's one of the most affordable prices of the entire morning, and we're talking about Botswana for its banding, for its luxury, for the fact it is so elegant.
It is elegant, isn't it? And like you say, that banding is just really beautiful, and all the different tones you've got are really warming and beautiful, and we weren't dreaming at the price.
Is that what you remembered? I actually remembered. I was thinking, hang on, was it $5.95?
I remember. I just couldn't believe it because my brain just would not compute.
No, it throws out information like that because it's not right.
No,
I totally agree with you. My brain did not. I knew it was a single figure price tag, and I'm sure I had $5.95 in my mind. Amazing. Well done to you, Judith, Janet and John, Annie. Well done to you, Yvonne. Lots of you choosing to multi-buy. I'm not surprised by that. This was, I'd want to see it with like a smoky quartz or something like that.
Smoky quartz. Imagine a pearl with it as well. Just
pearl would be amazing too. Stunning. Well done to every single one of you. Got more to bring you though? Lots more to bring you. How about the first time for this morning? Bear in mind we've had many sellouts, or some very, very close to selling out. I don't think this is going to be any different. It is voted your favourite gemstone. I actually think though this year, I reckon that it's going to get a run for its money. I think pearls will be coming very, very, very close up behind. It is your stunning optical gemstone. That is, of course, the dramatic, the mysterious labradorite. I made a mistake. It's fine. No, it's not. It's me being dizzy when it came. I'm even more excited though because I've never brought this gemstone before. I've never seen it before. This is the first time ever I've seen it. It's not labradorite. We haven't got any on the web. Nothing else like it. And let me explain, because I had to do some research, so I had to get my notes. So do bear with me on this. I know I've heard of the gemstone and I knew about the gemstone, but I was talking directly with our buying team. I was talking about the fact, how have you got hold of this? How, because there's a way of you getting hold of gemstones like this, and it's not one which is found every single day. It's like the krypton factor, basically. Now, lepidolite, it is a gemstone which is so rarely set in jewellery, it's virtually unknown. Virtually unknown because, and the reason for that, earlier on we had kyanite, and kyanite has got two different cleavages. This has got one perfect cleavage, which means it forms, if you can kind of imagine, like pages of a book. So pages of a book layering on top of one another, that's how lepidolite actually forms. Cutting, it is just widely avoided. That's why, like I said earlier on, we don't really know about it. However, our incredible team, and I take my hats off to them, our incredible team have managed to source some of the highest material, and it has been cut. And when I say cut, yes, cabochons is cutting when it comes to lepidolite. You don't see faceted, never say never, but I've never ever seen lepidolite in a faceted form. So a cabochon is classified as actually cut. If you think about those pages, the pages of a book, basically just creating that dome means that the gemstone can actually sort of split right down the middle. So our team have managed to source this one incredible opportunity, one I've never seen previously before, of some of the highest and finest material. Now, myth and legend tells us that this gemstone, which is very high in lithium content, it's widely used because lithium is often used with antidepressants, whether you believe in those amazing sort of legends or not, as the case may be. But that lithium is also what is responsible for the very distinctive colour of lepidolite. Now, here on the actuals on your screens, it looks more sort of black and white. Actually, when you get this home, it's more of a lavender tone. It's very dark lavender, and that comes from the lithium. Amazing light interaction, so you will see flashes of silver coming across the gemstone as well. It's a member of the mica gemstone, mica family. And the mica, can you see those purples? You see those purples coming through that I was just referring to? Just amazing. That's the lithium that's present within this gemstone. So mica, if you've heard of mica previously before, it's used an awful lot just in not just in, it's not just your gemstones, but also the fact mica is used by the car industry to actually create that pearlescent within a paint job. It's used within makeup also, so sort of highlighting if you want that shimmer or pearlescence or sort of shine in makeup. Mica is used within that. So if you've heard of that expression before or that word previously before, that's probably where. But it's also the member that this gemstone is. It is a family of. I've never seen lepidolite in person previously before. I've certainly never sold it previously before. It is one of the rarest gemstones in the entire gemstone industry because it's avoided by the majority of lapidarists out there because it is singly probably one of the most hardest gemstones to actually facet in its own individual right. You are getting 150 carats of a very unique gemstone. Lepidolite it's got that exquisite lavender tone. It's the carat weight that we do guarantee, that you can see you've got variations of shapes and sizes. Let's bring that price tag in for you. I was really excited about this bundle. $29.95 for a natural example of a gemstone which you could go into, I reckon, museums and probably not see this gemstone. Certainly not cut. I don't think you'd see it in many establishments. I mean, how often, there's nothing else on our website of lepidolite. Have you seen it previously before?
I've seen it once before, I think, but we're talking a long time ago. But I just think it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
It really
I love
is.
that colour tone, that purple tone is just,
it's
just
quite
gorgeous.
a dark purple, isn't it? It's stunning.
Yeah, it is stunning.
Absolutely.
And to get it in that form, in that cabochon form as well, again, it's just
It's often
special.
left in its rough shape, yeah, but just because they lapidarists daren't go anywhere near it. So this is really, really exciting. Well done to every single one of you. I'll leave those final few available, and there's not a huge quantity of those. I mean, there is quantity, don't get me wrong, but they should sell out for all of the collectors. If we were to advertise that, by the way, to the trade, if we were to promote that, bear in mind we have got retailers, we've got jewellery houses that we know do tune into us as well and source from us, and why wouldn't they? I think that had gone within seconds. Within seconds. We deliberately didn't promote it. Now, you need to be on the phone line straight away. Me to you, one friend to another, one jewellery lover to another, one gemstone lover to another. You need to be on the phone lines because you'll love these. Martha has literally just put them before me. Our Jan's like that. Don't do it to yourself, Jan, because they're going to miss. They're going to sell out.
I'll try not to look. I'll look down here.
Don't do it to yourself, honey. Have we got one of those black boards? Oh, I put it down there. Look.
Oh, I'll get it for you.
Thanks, Jan. Only because you want to come and have a little sneaky look. Go on.
Go on, let me have a look. I've not seen those before.
Yeah, well, move that hand back.
I was just going to go.
I know, aren't they amazing, Jan?
They are beautiful.
You need to be on the phone lines. How much? But how many have you got? 5 in total? Oh, they are amazing.
You're going to love them.
They are amazing. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Faceted. Is it... I haven't even... What's the gemstone? It's a ruby. Are you kidding me? I thought these were garnets. The ruby is amazing too. Excuse me sniffling. Wow, 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 wow. You're getting 5 individual charms. Oh my goodness. Aren't they incredible? Aren't they incredible? Let me turn this round as well so you can actually see the reverse. Of course, stamped with the 925. You can see the shape of these. That's a pendant to me. How many have we got of these, Kim? 75 in the world. That's it. We need to get more. We do need to definitely get more because I don't think it's going to... I mean, they're perfect for the festive period.
Beautiful. Earrings would look gorgeous as earrings, wouldn't they?
This on the shepherd... That's exactly what Kim just said.
Yeah.
These on the shepherd hook.
That's it.
And a matching it pendant. I want to get these for the Christmas table. These for charms.
Just
How
for silver
popular would
chain,
these be?
We had the silver findings
Pack earlier.
sterling silver. Just that on the chain, the bracelet chain. And that's it.
We've got sterling silver findings coming up after this. Yeah, just one of those on a
Just
chain.
that on a chain, that's it, it's perfect.
And you're getting 5 of them in total. Look how popular it is, so many on the web. I'd multi-buy on these, I've never seen them before. Look at the quality of the ruby as well.
It's stunning, isn't it?
That's a pigeon blood red, isn't it? I know it's a horrible expression, but that's an expression that we do use when it comes to this gemstone. The more pigeon blood, the more primary that red, the more brilliance that you see. Oopsie, and I'll just pick up another one now so you can see another example, just how consistent the quality is as well. The more brilliance that you see internally, because diaphanity and brilliance is not something that you often refer to when it comes to this gemstone. Look at the flashes of blues coming through as well. Obviously, African ruby. Amazing, well done. Oh gosh, I've just looked at the call screens. There's tons of you there. Sarah, Essex, Stella, Hampshire, Somerset, Cornwall, Yulia, Linda, Margaret Ann, Denise, Karen, Julie, Diane. I'm going to have to bring that price tag in. You're getting 5 of these. You're getting 5 and they're gorgeous, aren't they? Imagine, I mean, if you had... How much would you sell a pair of earrings for? How much would you sell a pair of earrings for? With just
those?
Yeah.
It's got to be £25.
Yeah?
Plus.
They're ruby earrings.
Yeah. £25 plus.
Yeah, totally.
£30. Got to be.
Wait until you see this price tag. And you're getting 5. They're beautiful.
Wow.
Can I hold one up to the ear?
So if you made a pair of earrings and you sold them, say, for £30 then,
Yeah.
as you know, that's being conservative, like you said, there's a lot of sterling silver and the ruby in there, then that's it, more or less, as paid for the rest. So anything else you do with the rest of them, they're...
You could turn them into studs as well, couldn't you?
They are stunning.
You could turn them into studs too, couldn't you? They're gorgeous, aren't they? Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well done, very popular though. We had 75. Cheryl, West Yorkshire, Joanne, Gillian, Kathleen, Wendy, another Gillian, Linda, Sue-Ann, Kathleen, Karen. It's going to be gone by the end of the show for absolute certainty. I'd never seen these before. What you didn't see was when I was talking to you about your lapidolite, Martha crept into the studios, didn't she, Jan?
She did.
Popped these down before me. I was ever so slightly distracted, went, oh. And I was kind of hoping for a 3-figured quantity. 75 is as much as I got. You know what? Let's not be greedy, because the lucky 75 that get hold of these are going to be. We need more. We need more of these. Can we get more? You've got the stars later on, and they might be in. They're in white topaz. Did you say? Well, these are going to sell out in the late show, a little bit later on today. So these are going to sell out. If you do miss out, then you've got white topaz and an opportunity a little bit later on. But the stars is got the ruby has got to be now. Kathleen, Deborah, Janine, Diana. I never like to rush anybody, and I don't want me to sound like I'm pushing you. But if you want to avoid disappointment.
Well, if there's any in baskets when I get out, I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go. Jan makes no apologies. I do always say, Jan, all's fair in love with gemstones.
Yeah, I haven't got long to go, so if they're in the basket.
It is. So if they're in your baskets later on, you have been warned. Linda, hi ladies, these are fab. Got 2. Don't blame you, Linda. And we'd be doing the same, by the way. I'd be doing exactly the same because I would just attach those, jump ring, a little bolt ring as well. You've got a charm there, beautiful charm.
Love those. They are special, aren't they?
They are special. And the quality of the ruby is just amazing.
Phenomenal.
Kathleen's bought 2, Essex has bought 2, Linda's bought 2, tons of you there. If it's in those baskets, can I be honest, you've probably got no hope. Probably got no hope. If it's watching on the repeats, I'll just keep everything crossed for you. Brand new. Couldn't be any new. I've never even seen them previously before. They're amazing. Amazing. Gosh, I tell you what, I'm all snuffly this morning. Moving on to these high-end gemstones. High-end gemstones. Sterling silver. How easy would it be to make a charm bracelet from that? From those rubies?
I mean, easy. I mean, you've got your clasps in there as well, haven't you? So you've got to just put a clasp on, add the little star charm, and that's it. Job done, isn't it?
Job done. Job's a good one, isn't it? Easy, easy. Now you're getting both of these findings packs. Your toggle clasps, your shepherd hooks, you've got your round head pins here as well. So you're getting lots of those, lots of the round head pins. You've got, well, in total, 3 of your lobster claws. 3 of your lobster claws, and they are the big sizes as well. If I just pick one of those up, and I'll tell you what I'll do is use the tweezers rather than use my fingers, because then I cover it all. There we go. There's the big lobster claw, and you've got one which is ever so slightly, or 2, you've got 2 this size and 2 which are ever so slightly smaller. But I love the quality of the chain, and there's 2 differing links in this. I would choose, to be honest, you've got 5 of those ruby charms, haven't you? So you could make one on each. Yeah. What a gorgeous gift.
And it's nice to have the 2 different chains as well. It's like I say, you can decide which way. The one has got those open links.
One's a flat
sparkle,
link oval,
which is really beautiful. And the other one is closer and gives you a more sort of delicate look to it, doesn't it?
Really lovely. Look how they play with the light though. Those are the 2 8-inch lengths of your sterling silver chain. You've also got your toggles, you've got your shepherd hooks and different types of shepherd hooks. You've got your crimp beads, your crimp covers, your round head pins there, your jump rings come within. I love our findings pack. I think they are really testament to the quality and the luxury that comes with Jewellery Maker products. You know, this is we were talking about, I think it was last time we were on air together, Jan, we were talking about how much sterling silver can be if you buy it elsewhere.
Yeah.
And you'd have to buy it individually.
And that's the thing, you would have to sort of shop around and buy the head pins, and then you have to get the chain. And, but no, I mean, Jewellery Maker, we've got them together and everything you need. I mean, if you've got those little stars, ruby stars, then this is what you need to make some perfect jewellery, doesn't you?
Totally, and it being your precious high-end findings, and you can really see the quality. Good luck to every single one of you. There's 90 pieces in total, so there's a lot of sterling silver here, including so the little crimp beads are rolling off the actual tray, but I want to leave these up so you can actually see the amount that you're getting here. Yeah, you can make so many pieces of jewellery just out of these without the additions of your gemstones. Now, something a little bit crazy coming your way, Kim has just said to me in my ear. Hang on a second, Kimbo, not that crazy, surely. I don't mean it. I'm 100% behind Kim on the crazy deals. What?
For 2.
For the 2? You pay close to that for 1, don't you? Do you know what that's working out at, Jan? 19 pence per component.
That's crazy.
19 pence for that length of chain. 19 pence for the other length of chain. 19 pence for the toggle clasp. 19 pence for the lobster claws. That's a no-brainer.
So all you've got to do is add 38p's worth of findings to 2 of those stars to make a pair of earrings that are going to be worth £30–35.
Easily. Yeah.
And that's just choosing 2 of those out of those 2 packs. And
add it to the star charms. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
That's amazing.
We normally sell our sterling silver findings packs for about £15–16, don't we? I'm sure we do. It's around that price tag. It's about £15. I'm sure you're getting what, pretty much buying one and getting one free.
You'd have to multiply that price.
Oh, okay, sorry. These are £12.95 on our system at the moment. £12.95. So you're getting one for a £5 then this morning.
That's amazing.
I'd pay £17.95 for the chain. I would. Without the jump ring, without the lobster claw, I'd pay £17.95. If you got those stunning stars earlier on, I'd pay more than £17.95 actually. I'd pay more £30 for £40 even for those ruby earrings.
Yeah.
With the quality of these, I mean, no surprise whatsoever that there are lots and lots and lots of multi-buyers. Veronica, Janet, Suffolk, Bridgend, hello to you, Bridget, Janet, Julia, Gillian, Northumberland. I physically can't keep up with all the names. Tons of you there. Add it to your order. Why wouldn't you? I think that's 19 pence per finding. So what we're saying is that this chain is 19 pence. You can't get a chocolate bar for 19p.
So if you add the lobster claw clasp to that, that's what, 38p?
Yeah. So let's add the lobster claw.
For a bracelet. A sterling silver chain.
Sterling silver bracelet, that's 38p. That's what it's cost you. 38p.
See, it doesn't compute, does it?
It doesn't, does it? We've got a big quantity of these. When I say big, there's about 200. That's not actually going to be enough, but do check out as soon as you possibly can. Don't leave it in those baskets. Moving on though, box 8 from 12 o'clock. Kimbo says, is it this? I love this one. I picked this up first thing when I sat down, didn't I, this morning? This is one of my favourite bundles of the entire year. We're going to have to put the price in really quickly. I picked it up straight away when I sat down.
Didn't see this.
How incredibly high end is this? It's going to be on and gone though. It's your spinel. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Look at this sparkle. Do you understand why I loved it and I picked it up straight away? This is going to be less than £5 per strand.
Well, look at that.
It's your Spinel Quartet. Stunning. Stunning. I can't emphasise or stress enough how limited this is. You've got 75 carats of your black Spinel plain rondelles, 73 carats of your black Spinel faceted rondelles. You've got 2 of your 10 carat strands with your Mystic Silver coloured coated Spinel, micro faceted, and they are 2 by 1 millimetres. It's all about the sparkle. £19.95. We're already instantaneously oversubscribed. I did say the 1st of December was, you know, it is going to be calendar deals. Love it, love it, love it.
That is amazing.
This with the ruby.
One of those little heart stars on that, on just a simple bracelet with the sterling silver findings.
Amazing.
Those together would just be stunning. Stunning.
Really stunning. I only wish we had more. How many did we have? Sorry, Kim? 25. It's going to be on and gone. Well done. Well, we're oversubscribed, so I'm going to have to move on. Well done to those of you that have been successful. Congratulations. Is it time? Okay. I'm about to bring you a beautiful opportunity of potentially the most talked about gemstone on this entire planet. Gone are the days where we couldn't bring you entire 24-hour periods of one gemstone, of this gemstone. Gone are the days where we can buy substantial 4-figured carat weight parcels. That is no more, because unfortunately this gemstone now, mines have closed in the location, the beautiful location that is, of course, Tanzania. We're talking about the one, the only Tanzanite. Welcome, everybody. The word duo is in this opportunity. It's not just one strand of Tanzanite, you are getting 2. Now, low stock. You can see that at the bottom of the graphics. We do not have a huge quantity. And the days of us being able to bring you massive quantity auctions of this gemstone are behind us. Yeah, and I say that a couple of weeks ago I brought you a 4-figured quantity auction. They sold out, mind. They sold out instantaneously, and the reality is that happens every single day. This is a gemstone which of course, marketed and launched by Tiffany's & Co, has sustained some of the most desirable and highest esteem over the past few decades. It was discovered in the late 1960s, and we're very proud to have connections with individuals who have got direct dealings with Tanzanite, are responsible for bringing this gemstone to market, are responsible for the entire history of it, and that gentleman is, of course, John Sowell. I had the privilege of meeting him back in October last year, and because he respects us as a company, he respects our regard of this wonderful gemstone, we are able to maintain such incredible deals like this. However, nobody is exempt from a gemstone's imminent depletion, and this is a gemstone which is going to be imminently deplete. We don't know how soon. It's maybe got a decade, maybe a little bit more, who knows. But one thing is for certain is the price that has absolutely skyrocketed. Now this gorgeous duo, these wonderfully intense Tanzanite strands, I love the fact that they are in their plain rounds, but what I want to really talk about, outside of the obvious, I'm not going to say any more about the fact it's going to deplete at some point in the future. I want to talk about this gemstone's shape, the gemstone, and the fact that it is a plain round. It's quite easy, and I think we'd be forgiven for thinking that, oh gosh, well, it's a plain round, so therefore that's quite a simple cut. No, not the case. Tanzanite is a gemstone which actually favours elongation. It actually likes to have a longer length. We call it a sort of C-axis. So that's why, have you ever noticed, if you walk around Bond Street or Hatton Garden, if you've got any high-end jewellers local to you, have you ever noticed how the round brilliant cut Tanzanites tend to be a lot more elusive than your oval cuts or your pear cuts or even your trilliant cuts? It does tend to be more of those kind of shapes rather than the plain rounds. That all stems from the fact that this is an orthorhombic gemstone. Its crystal structure has got quite an elongation to it. That same crystal structure is the reason why it has got such amazing performances of colour from its triachroism. But what we would think would be one of the most obvious shapes is actually, and one of the most easiest shapes of faceting, is actually the reverse. It's one of the most complex. Low in stock, you're getting two 54 carat solitaire, 54 carat strands here. They've got a stunning graduation from 4 to 8 millimeters. I mean, what would you charge for just one pair of Tanzanite earrings if you're selling them? I know, and it depends on what location. If you were commissioning pieces of jewellery, I mean, this is certainly the richness of colour that I would aspire to. I love your AAA and your quad A grade. I'm not saying that that's what the grade is. I'm not we don't grade our gemstones here at Jewellery Maker, but lean upon your own knowledge. What colour is Tanzanite? It's that distinctive violet blue that we absolutely look for, and this has certainly got that. Instantaneously, we've got Angela, John and Janet, Kathleen and London on the phone lines and also on the web. It's a double whammy opportunity, but it's limited. It should be coming your way at £147.90. Yeah, more considered, but this is a very considered gemstone, and the quality is of a considered level. Not £147.90 this morning though. A third off that price tag. A third off. I'm going to count how many Tanzanites you're getting here. Solitaires in their own right, aren't they? They are big, big, big solitaires. I mean, look at the size. Look at the sheer size. Hertfordshire, you've done it. Angela, you've done it. Deborah, you're very, very, very close. They're low in stock, though. They are limited. So I'll count it on one strand, and then obviously you're doubling that. Bear with me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31. So you've got 62 approximately, because I did do that very, very quick. 62 individual Tanzanites. That's working out at £1.60 per gem. And hang on a second, 54 carats, well, that's over a carat on each. If you average it out, that's over a carat in each plain round. So that means that you're getting, so what does that work out per carat then, Kim? So hang on a second, so 108 divided by, yeah, other way around, 99.95 divided by 100, is that 99.95 divided by 108? Yeah, because there's 2 of them. 92 pence a carat. When have you ever heard of tanzanite at 92 pence per carat? Almost all gone. 92 pence per carat.
So potentially, there's what, 108?
There's 108 carats.
Oh, wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
Approximately 62 gemstones. 90, that's amazing. Well done to you, Julia, West Midlands, Margaret, West Yorkshire, Lorraine. Good luck to London, good luck to Vivian, good luck to Deborah, Caroline, Daisy, and another Deborah's there as well. Don't leave it in those baskets because it's not going to hang around. That's a third off. One of the most elusive gemstones on the planet. And I always say this, and you'll probably say it with me, those of you that tune in on a regular basis. How are you going to feel the moment that news breaks that tanzanite is no longer being unearthed? That's what I always put into perspective. How am I going to feel when the news breaks that tanzanite no longer being produced, no longer being unearthed, when the prices dramatically skyrocket overnight? Are you going to be thinking, quick, I need to buy tanzanite? Or are you going to be thinking, thank goodness I shopped with Jewellery Maker when I did?
Thank goodness I've got a stash of tanzanite.
Yeah, same. That's exactly what I'm thinking as well. And I know you are too. Well done to every single one of you. I can't stress though, if it's in those baskets, don't leave it there. Please don't leave it there, everyone. Otherwise, you know, you're risking the chance of missing out. We've got more to bring you. More amazing deals to bring you, including earlier on this morning, we launched lowest ever price point. Look at the...
It's just beautiful, isn't it?
The fact that you've got cashmere tones and salon tones in this strand. The fact that you've got diaphanity and sapphire is often very opaque. The fact that this is 100% natural. It's not fissure filled, it's not heat treated in any way, shape or form. So that means it is within the very rare and elite prestigious category of 5% of the world's sapphire, being totally and utterly natural. This is beautiful, isn't it? Imagine this with the tanzanite.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Imagine this with the sterling silver. Yeah, I have to bring one of those let's bring those tanzanite strands in. Imagine a very elaborate piece made out of sapphire and tanzanite. Wow, wow, wow. That would be incredible. Would be incredible. Imagine this alongside your Larimar. Oh, but you know what? Doesn't need that. What I love about this is that you have got the variations of tones. You've got the more sort of royal engagement ring, midnight blues, which you were saying, Jans, you love that, don't you? I think through sentimental reasons, I love these sort of lighter, more cornflower blues, just because my mum wears a salon sapphire engagement ring, an eternity ring, and it just kind of, it reminds me of her basically. But I love every single one of those. What is unusual though is, especially when you've got natural sapphire, is to actually have the diaphanity, the transparency of this gem, being able to see for the light to be able to pass all the way through the gem to see that gorgeous the internal characteristics. Now, it was very popular first time round. Web bidders straight away getting involved. It's a lengthy strand of beautifully faceted rondelles. Your shaded blue sapphire. Good luck to every single one of you, all you September babies out there. I'm hoping you're pouncing on this opportunity. I most certainly will be as well. The fact that this is not so dark that you're not seeing the midnight blues, because sometimes the sapphire can be quite dark to a point that it almost looks black. I'm talking about the more midnight tones here. Not here. Can you see that? You can definitely see that royal engagement hue. A little bit further down, and it's more about the salon sapphire tones, slightly more cornflower. I'm really excited to get white sapphire in there as well. It is a recap, however, so it's been brought to your screens once previously before. Lowest ever price point, £19.95 for 30 carats of natural sapphire. You are about to purchase one opportunity from less than 5% of the world's sapphire being natural. 95, the rest of it, 95%, has undergone some form of treatment. The prestige of that. Very few retailers out there, have you ever noticed this? jewellery houses, some of our close competitors, if you like, will actually confess to the treatments. We are wholehearted, we're like an open book basically. We want you to understand what undergoes when it comes to your treatments, and it's all right, they're all industry standard and it doesn't necessarily affect the value, but it certainly affects the rarity. Linda, Patricia, Vanessa, Deborah, Juliana, you're there as well, plus many more. I need to move on because I want to try and squeeze in more opportunities before the top of the hour. Now, box number 2 from 12 o'clock. Kimbo, these are epic. Absolutely epic. Can you tell me what these are going to? Oh. Oh, I was like a cat then, wasn't I?
Wow.
Do you see why I love them?
They are beautiful, aren't they?
I'm holding these up to the neckline. These are the biggest amethyst rounds that I've got. We haven't got any bigger than this in the vault, have we? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. Look at the colour. Look at the size. 510 carats of natural amethyst, not heat treated in any way, shape or form. 14mm plain rounds. I'd restrand them just like this with a bit of rose gold findings. Do you agree?
They're beautiful, aren't they? You could just have just one of those in the centre with chain. Just one would do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's a statement on its own.
I totally agree.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They're natural amethyst as well. They've not been heat treated. These are the biggest. These are the biggest that we have within the vault. So if you're about chunky monkey big statement jewellery like me, then I just look at it from there. Look at the difference that it makes to my outfit. It's all about the gemstones and it's a very simple design. I'd be using your French wire maybe with these, just to sort of cushion them against one another, make them go that little bit further. You could have one on a pair of drop earrings. Just incredible.
Knotted with some of our sort of the purple Essilon that we have.
Oh, the purple Essilon, that would really enhance as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I need to bring that price tag in because you're loving it as well, and I have got another opportunity. Should be. Wow. Should be $14.95. I know where these are going to. Kim's given me a little bit of a heads up. It's not $14.95 today. $9.95 for all of these 14mm rounds. Shall I count them? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. It's 28 solitaires right there. You'd wire wrap one of these, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I thought you would.
Just some simple wire wrapping would look absolutely stunning. But then again, if you put them with something else, like the Botswana agate, for instance.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
That was at that, you know, really ridiculous price.
If you love these, you're going to love this as well. These are coming up next. Add it to your order because $9.95 for 14mm round. There's tons and tons and tons of you there. Again, look at the beauty of the colour. Is this African as well? Looks like African. If you were to ask me and I was to guess, I would say African. Thought so. Just because the colour, the intensity of the colour, just that depth of purple.
They are beautiful.
Totally and utterly natural as well, not heat treated in any way, shape or form. 95 carats of stunning amethyst, a very pleochroic gemstone, so it's not just purple, you'll get flashes of blues, wonderful pinks coming through. 6mm rounds that you're getting here, stunning strand. It's a wearable size as well, isn't it? It's a very wearable size. This would be stretchy bracelets for me.
You know the demo, excuse me, the demo we did earlier, the sort of snowflakey pendants?
Yeah.
But we said it could be a bracelet, that pattern.
Yes.
That's what I'd do with those. I'd make myself an amethyst bracelet in
that would be
pattern.
amazing.
That
Chopard, Van Cleef & Arpels, Bulgari, all using this depth of colour, amethyst. The deep velvety, the regal purples, or very, very, very prominent. The First Lady has just had a special amethyst piece commissioned to her by Kiki McDonald. It is very much a gemstone and a colour of the season. 95 carats of this stunning gemstone strand, and it is totally and utterly natural. Should be $9.95. Nah, you've seen Kim's deals this morning, and it's only set to continue, by the way. We've got just over an hour left in show. Janine, Diana, June, Jenny, Beryl, well done to you, $6.95. I'm loving the Christmas deals. We need to have a special advent calendar, don't we? I think every morning show, Kim, we need to have an advent calendar, because these are advent calendar deals.
We used to have, didn't we? I think we did for a couple of years. We had like an advent calendar.
Yeah, if you opened the 1st of December and saw amethyst at $6.95, you'd be overjoyed, wouldn't you?
Set you up for the day, wouldn't it?
You'd be, yeah.
It set me up for the day.
It certainly set me up for the day, plus everything else as well. Yeah. Well done to every single one of you. Now, Jan, can I just say thank you so much, my lovely.
You're welcome. I've had a great time, so thank you.
As per, we always have fun. Yeah. Isn't she a joy? She's a joy to have along, and your demonstrations are amazing, by the way. And of course, testament to your designs, your demonstrations, pretty much all sold out. So good luck to every single one of you. If you're watching the repeats, do give it a try, because you never know. I know what Jan's about to do. She's about to nip out there and try and pounce on those rubies. Yeah, thought so. Quick. And the findings. Yeah. She's like, yeah, quick, stop talking to me, Al, so I can get out the door, so I can try and get those rubies. I don't blame you at all. We've got loads of you there, and it's been very, very busy, and that's only set to continue as well, because there's so much more to see in the next hour, so don't go anywhere. Your December deals are coming up after this. Jan, when you in next, my lovely?
9th morning. I think it's with you.
9th of December?
Yeah. Morning.
Yay! So we get more of Jan. Yeah. Incredible. So we'll see you then, my lovely.
Yeah,
thank you once again.
No, I've had a great time.
Thank you once again.
You.
Isn't she a joy? Don't go anywhere though, because more coming your way. Stay on those phone lines. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. We've got one of the most beautiful brand new opal strands, which is coming up straight after this very short break.
Come and join Jewellery Maker this Christmas. Throughout December, we're running Christmas-themed workshops where you'll be inspired to make decorations, Christmas presents, gift tags, personalised accessories and much more. We have an array of workshops